Hello everyone, and welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. We've been doing this for a really long time. We're on episode like 326 or something by now, right?
You can start making up numbers and people would just be like, oh yeah, that's probably the right number.
No, this is 325. 325.
That is
325 episodes of this fucking podcast.
32
Holy
Roman
shit.
numeral V alpha, and like people will be like, oh, when's beta coming out?
Next week.
We'll just start a new numbering system altogether.
Sure, just scare everybody so they stop listening.
God, what if like Chooch episode, like Gamma comes out and everyone goes, oh no, I've got to get caught up on Alpha through Epsilon.
Yeah, what are they going to do about it? What's anyone going to be able to do if I do that?
I was talking about on Chuchigatri, like, switching over to the date format since it was just easier to remember. Like, I just, instead of saying, like, this is episode 35, I just say, it is the Chuchigatri, it is August 3rd or something, whatever, like, it's easier.
We have transcended ordinal numbering.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, whatever you want to do, it's your fucking, it's kind of your podcast, Rose.
Yeah,
At the very least, you're the host. If you want to do it, I'm not going to argue.
It's just easier.
Yeah. But hi, everybody. Yeah, it's John, me, host of this podcast. This is my podcast, and you two can wrest it from my dead, cold, rigor mortis hands.
I borrowed it like a week ago or something.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, actually, that is true. Yeah. All right, never mind. Yeah, Rose, you're here.
Hi.
And you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Solon, you're also here.
Yep. Did I do a good job?
Wow, you had to think about it, you fucker? Oh my goodness.
No, you do a great job, Solon.
Wow. Good job.
I'm just here for the validation, not for the context.
Of course. Folks, as I said on Twitter and Tumblr and in our Discord server, the video games will continue to occur. And the only thing that I can promise you other than that is that we will be there to cover them. At least for the foreseeable future. Because I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll get struck by lightning. Maybe our website will get seized by the fucking some evil group, like the fucking, like Team Rocket or I don't know.
Maybe you'll accidentally play a video game so good that it explodes your entire computer.
That is something that could happen, and you know what I'd have to do? I'd have to buy a new computer. That would be very frustrating. I wouldn't want to spend the money, but...
Yeah, it would suck if that happened.
Yeah, it would.
So this morning, my computer exploded because I played a video game so good it destroyed it.
Oh, fuck. What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was 5 a.m. You know how when you're like playing a video game and you're like, you look down and you're like, it's 3 a.m. and you're like, I should probably get to bed. No, like I'll get another level in. Mm-hmm. And then you like look down again and all of a sudden it's 4:20 in the morning and everyone in the voice call with you is like, dude, we gotta go to bed. We're exhausted.
Yes.
It's 4:20 in the morning.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, you're so right. You know what? Good call. Mm-hmm. And I go to like hit exit and then I just don't because I'm like, you know what? I'm level 14. I'm going to hit 15. I'm going to hit level 15. And then my computer exploded.
Oh.
It was 5:13 in the morning when I heard and my computer shut off and everything smelled like smoke in my room.
There.
What?
And I was like, what just happened? And swear to God, fluke out of nowhere, Final Fantasy XIV destroyed one of the capacitors in my graphics card. And I've just started playing this week and it already wrecked my computer.
It was just the reflective wood coating that's in all of those areas, That's what did it.
It was. I was doing alchemy. I was doing alchemy.
No.
And I was about to hit level 15 because alchemy's really hard to do in that game. It's a really cool thing, but I just don't get it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to build one more, what are those books called that they use? Arcanists? Grimoires. I'm going to build a uncanny grimoire of vileness. And it's going to have a plus 13 stamina bonus. and it's going to be high quality. And then just my entire graphics card is like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And so I spent all day today getting a new graphics card, and I got it just in time to be on the podcast today. And so
I'm glad it was a quick fix.
I found out after it was like 5 a.m, and I'm like, oh, this is about to be a whole thing. I'm exhausted from all day. I just overextended all of my like gaming time, and I'm like going to the store at 6 a.m. to pick up some like supplies, just some like basic things, like isopropyl alcohol.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to get just a normal thing at a normal store. Guess what's not at stores right now? Oh, isopropyl alcohol.
Oh.
Something about us being in a pandemic where every single store does not have this very normal thing. And so my day just keeps extending. At a certain point, I'm just on like the floor of my garage at 8 a.m. on my phone looking up graphics cards and finding like nothing online because there's no graphics cards out either right now.
Yeah. I don't know why that is. Is it just because everyone decided to upgrade their computers? Is it because, like, I can't imagine people want to be Bitcoining while isolating, right? That seems like a bad idea.
That's the only thing I can think is that since people are home, they might as well be
But do they want to?
mining?
Like, you know, like that makes everything hot. Like, that's...
I mean, I think people are just upgrading their stuff.
Yeah, that's
like,
what
that too.
You know. Yeah,
I think it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could also just be that they're trying to make some money. But yeah, like when I was trying to build my computer a couple of months ago, that was like right when this stuff started happening. It was kind of hard to get like a new monitor, you know? Like there were just a couple of pieces that I had to wait an extra time for, or I had to pay extra for, because, you know, just so many people were upgrading their computers all at once because they were like, well, what else are we going to do? I mean, you know, like the Switch is still hard to get your hands up. It's still hard to get your hands on.
Exactly. Yep.
Just because people want to buy stuff to do things, you know? They're just bored.
So it was 8:30 in the morning when I realized I was like out of my mind with exhaustion just from a wild day that keeps getting weirder. And I had this epiphany because LV earlier that day on the Discord had said, hey, you know, there's a lot of great used stuff on used marketplaces for like furniture right now because everyone's getting rid of all this like office furniture. And I was like, wait, Facebook Marketplace would have something. And it's like, yeah, nobody wants to buy a used graphics card, you know, for if they're like doing Bitcoin mining, or if they're doing like, you know, everyone who goes to Best Buy to go buy a graphics card might not be the, you know, they're kind of an entry level type of shopper. So like I could go buy used, find a good home, find a good person who's been like taking good care of a graphics card who recently upgraded, and we're good. And that's how it worked. I spent all day going to West Seattle to go revive my Final Fantasy 14 experience. Because I got to get back.
Yeah, you're hooked now?
I'm not done.
It's true, you have to meet...
I don't know if I'm ever going to be done.
You have to meet Emmett Selk, the famous man.
Who?
Oh, don't worry about it.
There's like 400 characters in this game.
There are less over time.
It has an uncanny way of introducing someone and having them be like, oh yeah, you know this guy. And I'm like, no, I don't. And like, Sid will like wrap their arm around you, be like, oh yeah, that's my guy, Dolik Denongdung. And I'm like, oh, Dolik Denongdung, of course. And they're like, yeah, I'm actually like Holy Roman Emperor of the ancient Algenga galaxy. And I'm like, there's galaxies now? Anyway, that's been my FF14 experience, is just a constant stream of
I imagine
like shock and amazement.
You must have had a difficult time getting the grip. Like, you did skip a lot of dialogue in your journey to beat it all.
Right. I should let me step back just a second, because so on Friday I started an adventure that we'd been planning for 2 or 3 months. It was me and Skull and the Until We Beat boys and just a good crew. People, Stu showed up and like helped out a ton because he's a freaking legend and rock star. We played Final Fantasy XIV Until We Beat it from beginning to end in one sitting. And this was the conclusion. We have now played every single numbered Final Fantasy, except 11. from start to finish in one sitting.
Wow.
And so on Saturday morning we started it. On Sunday night we hit the credits, which I did not know there was going to be credits, but there was a full beautiful credit sequence at the end of FF14. And to do it in one sitting meant we did have to skip through all of the dialogue constantly and skip through a lot of the cutscenes. But Skull and Stu just gave us really succinct like read-ups, lowdowns of every single event that happens. And it was fun. It was actually my preferred way to go through all of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the good stuff doesn't start until the Heavensward, right? Anyway, so it's like, you know.
I was on the understanding of that, but I actually really liked some of the stuff that happened at the end of FF14.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do too. Listen, I am a big defender of the original stuff. It's just I know, like, from hearing from Niall and other people, like, some people just, can't handle it.
It's not just that, but it is those first 40 levels straight is just meeting people and meeting places and understanding what the stakes are of those things. And then it's almost like Russian literature in a way where it's just like there's so many people that you have to know their relationships with. And then once they establish all of that, it's just they're off to the races. The moment that we finished A Realm Reborn, which is the first like 50 levels of content, and credits hit, like immediately after the credits, there's a post-credit sequence that's like, all right, now everything's fucked up because everyone's like congratulating each other, like, yeah, we did it, we beat the big bad. And then they kind of like, there's this air of like them all like side-eyeing each other, like, oh, right, we all hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when things really like you start getting like the drama of what it's like being in a online world game where everyone's hanging out and like, you know so much about each other and you're all best friends. And then you realize, oh, these people aren't best friends. They actually have a lot of reasons to fucking hate each other.
Yeah, I think a big part of Heavensward is almost entirely politics, but like a lot of the 2.0 to 2.5, as they're called, story is just all like they said it was bigly inspired by Game of Thrones, which you can tell sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
I can see that.
Like it's better than that. At least they don't do a lot of stuff that's like the parts of Game of Thrones that say you might draw ire at. It's interesting. I think they definitely get better at it over time, especially as the game's own political compass becomes better and better and better over time.
Yeah, it feels like it's in a place because where we've kind of finally gotten to is I'm in that midway point between when Final Fantasy XIV decided, oh, we're going to do expansions to our thing. After they put out A Realm Reborn, they started doing like a bunch of little tiny patches. They called it like 2.1, 2.2. And they were big content like releases where they added more things to the game to make 2.0 feel more fleshed out and full. But they didn't commit to like full expansion packs until after 2.5. So I'm in this weird kind of interim between the first expansion Heavensward and the end of A Realm Reborn, the whole like the full game proper. And that whole area, it's just like you described it. It's weird. It's it doesn't feel like I'm in any one spot particularly, but there's a lot of fun drama. It's been a lot more flashy and a lot more confident. They're starting to build that confidence. The politics are like, they're trying to make like big swings with the politics. And I'm enjoying them because I know that they're going to get more concrete later.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, you go from, like, I feel like the way that game goes is, like, very incidentally, do you remember Copperbell Mines, the level 17 dungeon?
Yes, I do.
So Copperbell Mines, the premise of that is literally they're sending you into Union Bust, basically.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they just sort of, like, incidentally say that. Like, they don't really, like, dwell on it too much, and they just move past it. Later, you get to a point where you're helping this dude basically start plan his, like, big communist insurrection of Ul'dah. This is, like, near the end of Stormblood. Like, he's just basically like,
hell yes.
yeah, so
what?
you got us an into the syndicate, the capitalist syndicate or whatever. Like, cool. We're just gonna, like, trick them into thinking we're working along with them and fucking destroy them before they know it. Thanks, buddy. And the quest just ends and it's like, all right. Yeah.
What?
Like, they really get better about that stuff.
Oh, that's so fun. Okay,
and
amazing.
Alphinaud, like, the character of Alphinaud, I'm sure some people have told you, but, like, they do so good with him. Like, he does so much good stuff later. He really realizes that he sucks.
Huh. Because right now he's just a little dildo that's kind of in the way all the time.
Oh, yeah, like, even in the 2.0, I think it'll be by the end of your storyline, you'll see what happens with him. But, like, yeah, it got to the point, like, in Shadowbringers, where he's, like, so politically minded. It's like, wow. You care about other people, my man.
Right now, every time I see him, I'm just like, Alpha, no, thank you. No,
yeah.
Not now.
And his sister's so good once they actually put her into the story. Also, she's got a sword.
Ooh. But yeah, they've been introducing a character every, like, 5 minutes, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
like, they think they want me to love them, like, immediately, and I'm just like, no, I don't. Who's this guy? And they're like, oh, he's always been here. And I'm like, no, he hasn't.
You have to remember that, so, like, for me, like, right, like, all that stuff was happening 3 months apart, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yep. All those 2.0 stories, like, that was happening, like, the thing, like, I went through 1 to 50 and there was, like, nothing after, really. So it's like, yeah, like, you had a lot of time to stew and engage in the world, let's say. And
because they've cut out a lot of that, a lot of the, like, more grindy and annoying content, you go through all this much faster. And so the rate at which, like, suddenly you're best friends with somebody and they're, like, a trusted ally of yours is like, really weird. You go from strangers to, like, oh, we're actually bros now forever. Forever and ever the end. And it's like, oh, okay, sure. I mean, I guess I've only been here for, like, a day and a half. So I guess we can trust them now too, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes for a very active MMO. And compared to all of the other MMOs that I've played where factions just feud and fight and then go back to exactly where they were, where we're still Alliance and we're still Horde and we're still, like, just we don't get along and we'll have a bigger bad guy to kill later, but then we'll just go back to feuding again like regular. And it's just... It feels so nihilistic in a lot of other games where this one's just like, they keep things moving and snappy and things have reasons and they have history and they respect all of those histories every time something changes. There's cool stuff.
It's insane. Like, I mean, I have said how much I love Shadowbringers like a million times, but Shadowbringers, like, follows up on plot threads from, like, the 2.0 stuff that you wouldn't even think they would remember. Like, they follow up on, like, a bunch of characters you wouldn't even remember, and they make them, like, so integral to everything. Like, and even just in Stormblood, like, there's this great scene in Stormblood. This isn't really going to be spoilers, but, like, you know, after Heavensward, you did a lot of shit over in the Elf Zone, right? The snowy zone.
Yep.
So there's this scene where you're going and fighting the Empire or whatever, and everyone's helping you. And there's this one Ishgard knight from the Elf Zone or whatever, and he's fighting a dude in the background, and he has a little speech bubble that pops up that says, like, Ishgard remembers, or whatever, for, like, Warrior of Light to you. And it's just like, oh, man. Yeah, you remember. We fucking did it. And it's just like, we're doing it again. And they just keep building up, like, over and over again. Like, you just get, it owns. It's so good.
There's something about this that ties back, and this kind of comes back to, like, hey, we've done Until We Beats for every single one of these Final Fantasy games. So from the top down, there's something that feels like Final Fantasy XIV as a story that is told over such a large space and long period. It feels like what FF13 kind of wanted to be.
Yeah, sure.
And by the end of the whole 13 era, that saga, because of production, you end out with the peak of 13 being, for me, Lightning Returns, which is a completely different direction than 14. 13 Lightning Returns is like an action game where you are just one character against the world, and you fight everything around you constantly. And this is what the original 13 FF14 is like what the original 13 kind of wanted to be, like this big world where everyone's constantly involved and everyone's doing stuff. And that's been very validating.
To me, it's honestly felt a lot like, I always think that it's them making good on 12 being an actual MMO. Like, because 12 is all about, like, all of these, like, politics and, like, all of these, like, zones and, like, these concepts, like, hunts and stuff, and they work it into, like, the FF14 stuff. Like, there's hunts, there's, like, all these, like, politics. Like, Ulda's, like, Rabinaster, kind of, like, but more
I can see that too. Yeah.
Consider. I mean, the thing about FF14 is it's all Final Fantasies, right? Like, it's all of them. It's just, like, absorbing all of them.
We just played the entire dungeon, like, the first time that you go into a gigantic raid of 24 people.
Oh, Crystal Tower?
Which is that's a lot of people. That's too many people.
That's a lot of people, yeah.
Like, they were messing with me the entire time. But the entire 24 there's 3 24-person raids back to back. Mm-hmm. And all 3 of them together, and this, like, for any other MMO, this would be like a major, huge, gigantic thing. And here it feels like that kind of huge, gigantic thing. But the entire game, the entire 3-person dungeon series is all Final Fantasy 3?
Yep.
They recount, they, like, remake all of the final bosses of Final Fantasy 3, but in full 3D as this 24-person raid, and it actually works extremely well. And I was going through it and, like, having nostalgic flashbacks to the, like, Warriors of Darkness, and when they show up, I, like, popped off. I was like, we're going to the Warriors of Darkness time? Oh, these guys are bad? This rules? We're gonna fight we're gonna fight the 5 demi whatevers, and then the giant lady's gonna come out of the void. And the giant lady came out of the void, and I was like losing it.
Man, if you like that, you'll love Shadowbringers, let me tell you.
Yeah, so I've been having a really good time, just front to back, from the moment we started, where we got 3,000 eggs put together. That people just kept giving me eggs, and it felt like such a nice, like, familial kind of atmosphere. Folks coming on by and being like, I gotta show you this thing. Look at this thing. Look at this mount that I've got. Look at this food that I made. Look at this thing that I do. Look at this song that I've played. And just
that's nice.
Having all of that, and then also on top of it, being able to play this game that's like, and after every instance or every dungeon or every raid, just being like, wow, and everyone being outside of the dungeon being like, right? It's cool. It's cool, and I hope that I've been able to kind of share some of that experience here in just like 20 minutes of obsessing about Final Fantasy XIV is pretty dang good.
I'm glad that you ended up enjoying it. I really am.
It's no FF8, but it's pretty good.
Well, what if I told you there's a raid that's FF8? And they give you the world music as a song you can play on your jukebox. The world map music.
Oh, I do. Okay. Does the FF8 raid, does that involve going to space and saving Renoa? Do they establish a new girlfriend for me to save in space?
They give one of the girls a girlfriend, and then
I'm listening.
Eden is there, the summon Eden.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happens.
Okay, maybe I might have to retract this then. We'll see as this goes on.
Yeah, but, I guess you haven't truly beat it yet, you know? You still have more to do.
It just keeps going.
It does.
Oh, all that's left after Final Fantasy XIV is Crystal Chronicles is at the end of this month.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, but then there's no more Final Fantasy. We're done. It's over.
What are you gonna do after that? Or what are you thinking?
Oh God, I don't know. Probably normal video games for normal people.
All right.
So the Tales of games.
Oh boy.
Trials of Cold Steel. Let's go. One sitting.
That sounds not good. That sounds like you'll die.
I do want to play those games though. The Trails games sound fun.
I'm working. You should play Trails of the Sky. It's good as hell. I streamed it too, so like you could stream it. It's
There's also I've still got my White Whales, and that is Chrono Trigger. I haven't played it.
What?
And I know, just
Like ever?
no. I've played Chrono Cross twice because it's an incredible video game for
Yeah, you're
full of
damn
fun
right it
atmosphere.
is.
Chrono Trigger, never played it, and Super Mario RPG.
Overrated.
Maybe I wouldn't know.
I like that game a lot.
I think Chrono Trigger is one of the best games ever made. That's
I
what
want to see
think,
Mallow, and I want to hit the cross
Yeah,
slash.
okay.
I think what is it called? The X.
What about Boshi?
Who's
She's in
Boshi?
there.
Boshi's in. Oh, you'll see. You'll see Boshi. I'm not going to tell you. You have to see him for yourself.
I want to know who Papa Genos gets his.
No, you don't. You don't want to know about that.
Okay.
Well, maybe you do. You'll learn that like all those Genos people are insane.
Oh no.
Gino's cool. I like
He's
Gino.
fine. Who cares?
I like him. I'm not like crazy about him, but I like him.
Is it like
Yeah,
Vivi
whatever.
and FF9?
No.
No.
No. Not even close.
No, Gino's just like a mysterious badass kind of character. He's just like he's like an emissary from God, basically, in a doll.
Almost the opposite direction then of Vivi.
Yeah, he's an emissary from God, but like he's possessing a doll and can do a bunch of like bullet attacks and like fire a cannon and shit like that. He's cool. He's cool.
Okay, well I think Vivi's a little overrated.
What?
That's because I was a huge Freya fan, and
Okay, that's fair. Freya is completely underappreciated. That's my take.
I was just like, everyone. I'm playing for FF9, and everyone around me is like trying to make me squeeze and love this tiny little child, and I'm like, but this cool badass lady's over here. Like,
I love her. I love Aiko. I love I love all of them, but it's just like, I do agree with you. You know what? Vivi gets a little too much time in the limelight.
I want to like Vivi. I think I'd have to play FF9 again to really like Vivi more, because
He's just a little guy.
he's just a little guy. People I believe in.
There's a quest you can do that has Vivi in Final Fantasy XIV.
Really?
Yeah, but he's tiny. He's just a little guy.
He's even smaller?
They
How
made
are
him a
things in that
minion.
game so small?
I don't know. I mean, you saw the Lalafels. Do you know Lalafels are just... Well, I don't know if I should tell you this.
We'll find out.
Oh,
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you it right now. 'cause
dangerous secret
It's
about...
background. The Lalafels are a genetic experience to make super stealthy people. And the only way you find this out is by catching a bunch of fish in a certain zone, and all the fish slowly tell you this.
What?
They just wanted to make tiny people who could like sneak into places.
But they don't even sponsor like the Rogues Guild, do they?
No, I mean,
I've
this is
never
like,
seen any rogues that were Lalafell.
No, yeah, you're right.
Incredible.
Well, I mean that knowledge is lost.
Just being the fishes. Those fish are QAnon.
Man, if you ever get a chance to do ocean fishing, that's pretty fun. Fishing in general is pretty fun.
I'm just like, have you ever gone fishing? That's where conspiracy theories come from, is like sitting on a boat for 3 hours and like 6 a.m. in the morning with just a pot of coffee and just being like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this coronavirus thing. And you just telling the fishes that, and they go stream downstream, and it's like a game of telephone. By the end of the stream, they tell you Lalafells come from they're just little potatoes that were bred to be sneaky.
I mean, it's the same thing with the cat people. They're just...
Why would they breed something to be sneaky and then have it squeak every step it takes?
Why would they make them walk like that? Why do they walk like that? Every time I see a Lalafell NPC, I'm like, what's going on with you? Why are you like this? You're like 30 years old.
I don't want to make it the entire, episode today, but the highlight of our Until We Beat was that halfway through, we did end up seeing the Lalafell Parade. They had a 4:20 p.m. Lalafell Parade where every Lalafell on the server just walked. They just started walking through the entire world.
All right.
And it was the funniest thing.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in that game.
It doesn't stop.
All right. Well, let's move on from Final Fantasy.
Please.
Yeah, sorry.
Before everyone listening beats the shit out of us. So something that we forgot to talk about, or I forgot about this. I forgot to talk about this last week. They delayed Halo.
Yeah.
Right, they sure did last week.
Yeah, we don't know when it's coming out, but it's next year now instead of alongside the Xbox Series X.
Which is allegedly coming out on November 6th, I think, is what that controller said.
Something like that. Yeah, I have no idea, but
if it's coming out in November, then what's going to be with it? What are you going to play on your Xbox Series X?
all the old games, because it's fully backwards compatible, which, I mean, you know, that is nice, but
I already have a computer.
I mean, if you already have a computer, you wouldn't need to buy an Xbox Series X anyway, because you could just play Halo on that. So, you know, that's why I'm just going to get a PS5, because I have a computer.
Right.
I'm gonna dread the day where I have to consider even getting a PS5 because I don't. This whole generation's stupid. This new generation, who gives a heck? Who gives a heck? It's all stupid.
Tell me why. Tell me why, because I know you've always been on like how the future generation doesn't make any sense, and then but what about this generation? Because wouldn't that establish that this generation was important and then the next generation is just going to be a waste because all this one already happened?
So, okay, here's
What's
my
the lineage
viewpoint
here. Yeah.
Okay, so Xbox 360 PS3 generation. We look at that and we go, okay, so that was, really establishing HD standard. HD TVs came out. You needed to bake in HDMI ports into that stuff. You needed to set it up more to be even more internet-based, in the case of the 360 at least. And then, PS3 was a nightmare because it was intended to not be online, right, from the beginning. So it's like PS4 and Xbox One, it's just cementing that and, really making sure that internet setup is there, right? It's there. It works great. You can stream from it. You can do everything.
It smoothed out a lot of those growing pains.
Yeah, exactly. No more Microsoft points, so on and so forth.
800 Microsoft points for $1 US or whatever, or $10 US.
It was $10 US. That was it. Yeah. Ugh.
So weird.
I'm selling the DLC for $560, by the way. So you have to buy a $10 Microsoft card but then you can just spend the rest on avatar clothes. That's fine. Don't worry about it. But then, after that, what are they doing? What is the selling point here? Who cares? What is going to blow me away?
4K?
4K sucks.
Sure.
I know maybe 2 people who have 4K displays.
I've never seen any difference.
I haven't either. Same thing with the HDR stuff. I'm just you can tell me that's there. Sure.
I'm also I'm trying to rack my mind thinking of anything else, and that's the only thing I can think of.
The disk speed is nice. That's the only thing I can think of is them saying, "Hey, it's going to be bigger storage and
solid state drives,
almost
I could see
instant
that.
Loads, like that Ratchet and Clank thing. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like just another smoothing that could have happened in the last generation.
It could have happened, yeah. They released that that mid step, right? The Pro and the what the fuck was it called? What was it called? Xbox One X?
Series
S? What it was called? No, it wasn't even Series.
The
right?
One
It was
X,
just X.
right? The One X,
the most powerful console ever. They released those, and they could have just done this to those. I feel do people really care about 4K? I feel like it's just a boogeyman out there who's saying that they like 4K.
Yeah, I think you can break this idea down that you got from platforms being about the formats that they provide. And you've talked about the internet, the display, and I mean, you could even talk about controller stuff. And
that's true,
yeah. All of those formats are exactly the same on this new generation. You've still got HDMI, you've still got Ethernet, and same online. You might not even need a disc. They've talked about needing a disc or not needing a disc, but that's not an upgrade. That's a side grade. That's totally lateral.
That's a decision. Yeah, I don't know how to frame it.
And then controllers, still same Bluetooth style connections. Like if the formats are the same, then the platform is the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're reacting to, right?
Yeah, it's like, what? So, like, let's ignore the Xbox stuff, which I feel like the Xbox appeals to me far more than a PS5, and the only reason I would get a PS5 is the exclusives. Because Sony makes decisions, let's say, and none of their first-party lineup has impressed me for ever. I don't think it's ever impressed me. I think Bloodborne was a fluke, because they just happened to grab Bloodborne, I guess. But I mean, I ended up using them just because of the JRPGs. I mean, Microsoft has no presence in Japan, right? And I'm a big JRPG head. But, I mean, more of those are coming to PC nowadays, so it's like, whatever. But, like, the PS5, what are those games? What is being sold to you at launch, right?
If there's nothing different with the formats and there's nothing different with the platform, then you have to look at the software that's going onto the platform.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so Miles Morales, which is built off of Spider-Man, which is a, 4-year-old game at the earliest in terms of, like...
Yeah, now it is, yeah.
That stuff that's in there. I mean, no, it came out like 2 years ago, but, like, however long it was in development. Like, that's an old game. That's an old game.
It's really weird, but if you go play Spider-Man now, you're going to look at it and be like, wow, it looks dated.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's how I feel about all these HD super games that don't go for an art style, it's... And that's part of the problem. Like, what else do they have? Sony, I'm trying to even think. They have that weird Tack the Juju game, right? That was just Tack the Power of Juju. I'm sorry if I'm being rude here. It's just, that's what it was. Bug Snacks?
You're
gonna tell me I have
Snacks.
to have a PS5 to play Bug Snacks?
I have no idea.
Like, what? Like, look at Bug Snacks and tell me that you couldn't run that on a Switch. Like, I didn't...
John, what do you think with especially with having the Nintendo platform as a antithesis to any kind of generational discussion?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, as someone who has like a 4K screen sitting next to a 1080p screen, it's hard for me to tell. I don't know. It doesn't really look that different to me.
It's all fake. That's what I'm telling you. It's all fake. It's not real.
I mean, I'm a little excited for some of the stuff on PS5, but, I do also feel like I'm gonna be going out to get it as, like, well, I'm gonna get it for two reasons. One, because I feel like I kind of have to for this site, and two, because I just sold a Yu-Gi-Oh card for $600, so that will pay for it. So I don't have to worry about...
Okay, hold up. This entire discussion's got to go somewhere else. You sold a Yu-Gi-Oh card for $600?
I sold a Yu-Gi-Oh card for $600 a few days ago, yes.
What card was it?
So it was one of the Dogmatic cards. So something that Konami has been doing recently with Yu-Gi-Oh cards is they've been printing something called Starlight Rares, which they're about 1 in every 2 cases, which I guess could be described best as 1 out of every 25 display boxes. And a display box is about $80 to $100. So, if you want to guarantee one, you'd basically spend about, I don't know, like, I mean, depending on what kind of deals you get, probably like $2,000, maybe $1,800 for all that. And if the card is good, it goes up in price. So the card that I pulled is the most expensive one, and it is an extremely meta card that people are using. And someone bought it for me for $600.
Wow.
And I mean, you can get a regular version of that card for maybe like 30, 40.
So that exchange must have been, you were just like, wow, you're really going to give me, that's 600 whole smackaroonies for this little piece of paper.
Yeah, I had to ship it to them, from the good old-fashioned U.S. Postal Service.
Hey, shout outs to the USPS.
Shout outs to the USPS. And hopefully it comes to them safely, because I put it in a sleeve, and then I put it in one of those top loaders, which is like those plastic container things, that you put your rare cards in.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
then I put that in a bubble wrapped envelope. I didn't just get a regular envelope. I did a bubble wrap one.
Ooh.
So, I'm gonna make sure that it gets to them safely. But yes, I got paid $600 for that.
Oh, that's unreal.
I almost pissed my fucking pants when I pulled that. I was just sitting in my car, I was like, I'm gonna stop by the card shop, buy a couple packs, and I opened that up, and I was like, and I was trembling, I was just hollering, I had to drive home with that, because I didn't have, sleeves on me or anything, so I had to, very gently keep it, so I was like, oh, I can't, get this scuffed up, I can't get this dirty, I need to get home and put this in a sleeve as soon as possible. I should probably... This is one of the dweebiest things I will say this week, I guess, but I should probably keep some sleeves in my car.
Oh, God, yeah.
I should.
You're doing pack openings in your car. Apparently, it's not a safe place.
No, I should keep them in my car, because sometimes I'll just be like, you know what, I'm driving by a card shop, I'll buy some packs, and if I pull a $600 card,
if that happens ever again,
yeah.
Now you can be ready for it, because apparently that's just something that happens in your life now.
I mean, it could just be, some of those cards are expensive, even if it's not $600. Sometimes I pull something that's like $20, and I don't want that to get bent or dirtied.
Did you tell your local card shop to get clout? Were you like, hey, y'all want the $600 card?
Oh, I posted it in the local Facebook, and none of them said yes, because they're probably all broke. Which, understandable. But the people...
Konami will do that to you.
I mean, yeah, but the people at the card shop were pretty hype about it. I mean, I didn't,
Hell yeah.
I posted it in there, and they were like, nice pull, and I was like, thank you. Because, it's a sense of pride when they're like, damn, good job. We had a Starlight Rare in our store.
It came out of their store, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine you doing that reaction, that hyperventilating reaction that LA Beast did.
Oh,
when he was trying to pull for a Michael Jordan, was it Michael Jordan rare basketball card? And then he hit it and he lost his mind. Yeah,
I think he spat on it or something though. So he flipped out a little too much. So I think it made the grade go down a little bit, which I didn't get mine graded. Honestly, if I got it graded, it probably would be more expensive, but
you cashed in.
Yeah, I just cashed in because I mean, honestly,
$600.
Yeah, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a card like that, it's meant to be played. So I hope that person plays with that card. I hope that they have their playset. I hope they're dropping fucking $1,800 on 3 of those cards, and I hope they're using it. If you got that kind of money, use that card. All right, don't just have it sit there. I hope if you're listening, whoever bought that, use that card, or I'll be upset.
Seto Kaiba didn't buy 3 sets of Exodia to not play them. He didn't buy 50 Blue Eyes White Dragons to not play them. They're all in the deck.
He did neither of those things, but yeah.
What? That's his whole character though.
He had 3 Blue Eyes. That's really because Grandpa Moto had the 4th one, and then he ripped up the 4th one, which I mean, he only wanted to just have the only 3, that's it. But I was thinking about it a little bit ago about how in canon Kaiba has the only Blue Eyes, but they still print Blue Eye support cards. So I guess he just he just gets them. He must just get them sent straight to his house or something, because they're just like, oh, here, Kaiba, sir, here's a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, so you can win more. And he'll be like, yes, of course, thank you. I need this.
True, that's a good point.
I mean,
I completely right. Of course.
If I remember correctly, I think in canon he buys Industrial Illusions, so he probably owns the company, so he could just do that. That part makes sense. But I guess before he bought the company, he was probably just calling up Pegasus and being like, "Do you remember when you put me in a card and you tried to put my brother on a card and you did all that other shit? Yeah, I remember.
You sent us to the Shadow Realm.
Give me some more Blue Eyes cards." And then Pegasus is like, "All right, Jesus, I'm sorry."
I was just having a bad moment.
It was a rib. It was the eye. The Millennium Eye made me evil. All that shit. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Okay, we gotta pull back up. I'm tugging on the rope to like the spelunking rope. How did we get here?
I mean, they delayed Halo.
You gotta get a PS5 with the $600.
Yes.
And the PS5, Rose was saying the PS5 is a dumb idea, bad generation, 4K TVs don't work. And then the Xbox is coming out, but the Halo is not. Oh, the Halo is not. Okay, we're back to the top.
Yeah, Halo was delayed.
The Halo.
They delayed Halo.
Dang.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have too much else to say about that. I mean, it sounds like it was coming in hot anyway, so it's a good thing that they delayed it. But as usual, you have to wonder, and by wonder I mean it's pretty much guaranteed that instead of just like letting the game, giving them more time, just so they can work less difficult, so the work can be less difficult. It's probably just going to be however long it takes, just pure crunch, which fucking sucks. You know?
Yeah,
they should just take all the time they need and finish the game when it's finished.
I hope 343 is okay, but also it's Microsoft. Like, who knows what's going to happen with them?
The real thing that I was hearing was that they lost their creative director. They lost like the game director. They lost like a ton of people. Like
go
last
find
year
them and continue to pay them.
Well, I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah,
I'm going to be straight with you. 343 fucking sucks. Not as a company, they're fine, but their creative decisions have not been good.
I don't know if I've seen anything that came out of there that was like a huge win. I've seen people be fine with what was it, Guardians? Is that 5?
People were not fine with that. They were very not happy about it. But
right, a lot of folks on release weren't, but like there was
over time.
Over time, there was an install base. There was people who like, there was a competitive scene that came out of that.
Yeah. I just think about like the gameplay decisions they made, and they made it extremely like the thing that Halo always had to me was like, map advantage. You figure out where the weapons are on the map. You figure out where like everyone has an equal shot at doing X and Y. And 343 like threw that all the fuck out. Like they just basically threw that all out and just made a Call of Duty clone. I'm really not about that.
Loadouts and stuff like that.
I fucking hate that. And like if they just got rid of those guys and restarted last year, which is what we have heard pretty much, and that would totally track with the fact that the main villain is a Halo Wars 2 enemy, like, I'd believe that.
Right.
Like, they need that time, and, like, I feel like people who are like, hey, why do you not have a game? This is like $1 million of game or whatever, like, the budget is so high, why aren't you releasing it? Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, hey, shut up. I don't know, like, we just let them take their time. Who cares? Like, they're doing Master Chief Collection stuff right now, like, you can just go play that. I don't know.
God, you talking about map advantage and trying to get the guns that you want on the map and stuff. It's good.
It's way better than, like, the stupid Halo 4 thing. I don't know how Halo 5 is, really. I know that they have a MOBA mode, which, fuck that. But, like, I knew that in Halo 4 I already did not like how everything was. Like, you could start with a fucking shotgun, basically, in Halo 4, and, like, you got kill streaks. Like, fuck that. Get that out of here. Oh, I got an energy sword because I got a kill streak, and RNG decided I get the energy sword now. Cool. It sucks.
So, I've got this theory. This is the Virgin Call of Duty loadout style versus the Chad Halo map advantage style, where you spawn the map, the weapons on the map, and everyone starts with just a pistol or something. There's power-ups all over. The my theory is that where does Call of Duty come from? Where does this loadout style come from? It comes from pen and paper RPGs. It comes from, the pen and paper RPGs where you'd set up your war zones, the old school. And because, you go into the military, you have your loadout that you have. You deploy with your guns, so you don't have to get anything on site. Where does Halo come from? That's right, dodgeball. The coolest sport ever. The idea is that the rocket launcher's in the middle. Everyone can rush to the middle and grab that super big dodgeball that kills everything really fast. But everyone knows where the super big dodgeball is. So the follow-up, the counter strategy is to get the closer dodgeballs on the sides and hit those guys, flank them from the sides, and then take the big dodgeball for yourself.
You're right.
And thus the strategy. So I'm saying that Halo's for jocks and Call of Duty's for nerds, and that's the bottom line.
That's how I feel. I think you're right.
I just think loadout design it's just so nerdy. It's too nerdy for me.
You're absolutely right. No, you're right. It requires you to sit down and go like, oh, well, I need to figure out what gun. Like, fuck off. I don't want to figure out what guns. I just want to be walking around and then, oh, there's a shiny thing on the floor and I pick it up and use it. That's how I feel. That's how I play games.
And that's where things get really frustrating for me with Battle Royals is because they try to do both somehow.
Yeah.
The loadout of your character combined with the randomness of every dodgeball being everywhere in every place. And I'm like, no, I like the curation. That's what I'm actually quite here for, the curation of where the dodgeballs are hidden. So anyway, that's my metaphor for today. That's my game design metaphor.
No, you're right. I think it does make sense when you say that Halo's for jocks. My opinions on it. This makes a lot of sense. I have a very limited scope here. I'm just like, yeah, fucking. I just go in and I don't want to think about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just want to keep going in.
Well, there you go. Rose, have you been up to anything? Is there anything you want to talk about?
I'm going to be real with you. Not much.
Okay.
I've mostly been playing Final Fantasy XIV, but I'm not going to talk about it here.
Please.
The things that I've been doing. Okay. So don't worry. So I guess, let's see. Let me think about which to talk about here. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll say the news stuff first. Sure. Well, no, I'll say what I've been doing. Okay. I'll say what I've been doing.
Okay.
Which is, so I've played a little bit of the Fall Guys game.
Ooh, okay.
And, I think it's a fun idea. It's a fun idea enough to make a battle royale that's, not guns. Mm-hmm. I think that there should be more that are not guns. That said, to say that it's devoid of violence, I think, is a bold statement, because that is one of the most violent games I've ever played.
What did it do to you? Who hurt you?
Oh, just everyone who's in there is an evil person. Everyone who's playing that game is full of evil. They grab you and they throw you off a cliff. They push you. They're sick people. They stand at the exit, like when you're about to win, and they just grab you and they push you back. They're like, sick people play that game. That is what I'm getting at. It feels way more evil because of how that game looks and like how it plays. Like, cause you're thinking like, oh, well, people in PUBG. Like, I feel like these people are more evil than a guy who like shoots me in the head in like a Fortnite game or something. Like, those people are less violent to me than these guys who stand by the exit to push people. Like, it's a special kind of fucked up. My feeling is that game's fine. All the team games that they make you do in it suck ass. None of them are good. It's really weird to create a battle royale where you are reliant on other people, but you don't actually do anything together. It's just sort of like they put you in a group, and if one person fucks up, you're all fucked, which is... I don't like that.
No. I mean, that's raids. That's MMO stuff.
Yeah, but like... As
opposed to Battle Royale stuff.
Those are more forgiving, I feel like. Like, in this, it's just like, for example, like, there's the Rocket League style game, right? Like the soccer or whatever, I guess is a better way to put it. It gets a real sport.
Yeah, Rocket League comes from somewhere.
Yeah, soccer. Yeah. They're just like... where everyone's pushing a ball or whatever. If one person just accidentally like pushes the ball the wrong way, you hate that person, right? Like you're just like, you ruined everything. What's wrong with you? Like, and it's so easy to do because that game is so like clunky.
You go, oh, dinosaur costume guy, get the hell off my team.
Go to hell. What's wrong with you? Oh my god. And then like you lost and it's over. I don't like that. I think they just need to not have team games. That's how I feel.
I could see that. And aren't they? They're making a season 2 now, right?
Yeah,
like
they're making a season 2. The game's been out for a week. So that goes into my second point about Fall Guys, which this is like the most manufactured game I have ever played in my life. Like, everything about it is so, like, they are trying to make money.
Oh, there's like a lot of microtransaction stuff, and
yeah.
I could see that.
They have their store where you spend your currency you made in the game, which you can also buy with real money, changes every day. Like Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just the whole veneer of it all is very reminiscent of Minions to me, and that does not feel good. And the other thing is, their social media presence is the worst thing I have ever seen in a while. It is... I really don't like it.
It is aggressive.
Just recently, they did this thing today, I guess a few days ago when this comes out, where they were like, we are giving out a special costume to the statistically strongest, the best player in all of Falls Guys. We don't know who this player is, but they are going to get it, and we hope we can find out who it is. Check your inventories, everyone, or whatever. And it just so happened to be a guy who had 2 million followers on Twitter who streams on Twitch. Isn't that interesting?
Huh. How'd that happen? Weird.
He just happened. No, he's just the best one, Solon. Don't worry. He's the best one.
They've already... Wow, they are shooting off every shot they could possibly shoot.
They spent the whole week since the game came out just tweeting over and over again, like, little finger touching emoji. Wouldn't it be cool if we got 1 million followers? It would be so cool. I know literally talking also, like that.
They also, just on the Twitter, they auctioned off like a costume that can be a specific brand's costume if they make a large donation to a charity.
Yeah. Which, the charity part, that's good. The brand part...
It's such a, like... On its
esports
face, it's so blanketedly, like, manipulating...
everything.
Charity in order to, build up commerce, by spending money, you can build up your brand.
That's how I felt about the whole thing.
And then at the end, you write it off as a tax write-off, and you get it all back. It hurts. You're right. It is so aggressive. It's not good.
And, like, I feel like I would probably feel less worse. I would probably still be like, wow, this whole, like, aesthetic feels bad. Like, that whole aesthetic to me screams like they felt like they were making a quote-unquote non-violent battle royale, so they have to make it cutesy, but they didn't actually, like, have a prevailing image in their head of what it should be. So they just, like, took that concept of cutesy and made it. Mm-hmm. Like, an aesthetic by necessity rather than imagination. That's how I felt about it.
I actually would disagree with that.
Really?
I think the aesthetic is really, really... solid.
It's coherent.
The coherency of it, and how they basically are taking what we've seen successful with Splatoon and similar kinds of like big multiplayer games that are for kids. Because there's a ton of games that have this aesthetic that are like massive online multiplayer kinds of games for kids, because everyone's trying to get on the Roblox grift, right?
Right.
Where your game is a platform. And this is taking the aesthetic from a lot of those kinds of games. But I actually really liked that they took it to a weird extreme.
Sure.
There's a kind of surrealist Minion-esque quality to it that I actually kind of respect. I think is really fun.
It's definitely like, it's not, I was definitely overblown when I said that it's like that it's not like thought about at all, because clearly they thought about it. I just feel like the reasons they thought about it aren't exactly
right. When you say like surrealist Minions, you go, oh, so you're trying to sell, you're trying to make money on this.
That's
right?
What I mean.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like some kind of luxury brand children's video game.
Yeah, and a part of me wonders if it's intentional. Like, is the thing. Like, part of me wonders if the whole, like, skeeviness of it is intentional, or, like, I mean, done intentionally, like, with, like, a hidden, like, oh, yeah, we know what we're doing. And part of me wonders if it's just how this development company has operated, because, like, they only make, like, Disney and Universal licensed games for phones and web browser and stuff like that before this. And, you know, you get caught up in that world, sometimes it just becomes habit, right? Like...
Yeah.
So they could be completely sincere about all this stuff, but like, I don't like, it just gives me bad feelings. That's how I feel whenever I am like looking at that game or like playing it. Like, it's a totally fine game. Like,
Yeah.
no, like it's not problematic or anything.
I'm still really proud that one of the best streaming games right now, one of the things that people are going to watch while they're at home is Fall Guys, because it's cute and nice and not aggressive, and kids aren't going to get in trouble with their parents for watching, you know, it on the TV. And there's something where it's like, video games finally did something nice for the kids, but there is that manipulative veneer underneath it that's like, also, they are going to rob you blind.
Yeah, like the daily stuff is not good. Like anything that has that is just being manipulative. Like,
I think there's something about their strategy though, where they're so aggressive online and they're like giving out tons of like weird kind of like gonzo press events every day and announcing a season 2 immediately. I wonder if they're trying to see if they can make a game live and die within 2 months.
That's how I feel about it as well. Like, it really feels like they're just like, let's burn it all. Let's burn ourselves out and see what happens. Like,
they're looking at it like, how much money can we make in 2 months? Is there a limit?
Yeah, that's absolutely how I feel when I look at it. Like, they have a news story. They are trending on Twitter for a new reason every day that they seem to have manufactured. Like, it's a nightmare. I don't know. It's just a nightmare. That's how I feel about it. It's a nightmare,
but it is still somehow for me an escape outside of regular nightmares. And so there's something novel to it still for me right now. What do you think, John?
Rose, I feel like right now you're just kind of complaining about how these sorts of games have to act to survive these days.
It's true. That might be true.
Part of it too. That's a good point.
Which is its own nightmare. Like, you know. Mm-hmm. So I can't really blame you fully for not liking it.
Yeah, I feel like it's just
that existential dread that kind of permeates under all games, especially if they get popular.
Here's the thing. Yeah. They're trying to sell themselves as this little indie company also, by the way.
Yeah, it's Devolver.
Niantic style.
It's not just Devolver. The company that made it, the actual developers, have 200 people on staff and multiple offices. Like, that's more... Like, John, do you know what, like, Hollow Knight was made by? Do you know who, like 4
how many people?
3 people.
Oh, well,
3 people. Yeah. And, like, I didn't have to see them pulling that shit to get that game popular.
Well, because it's not an actively multiplayer game that consistently needs more people to keep watching and playing it.
They didn't even need to keep doing this because it came out for free on PS Plus. Like,
I don't know. It's weird.
And that's only the 200 people that are underneath that company.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, a lot of my like streamer folks, just folks that I've known from networking through streaming, there's quite a few of them that are PR for the company. Their job is just to find their streamers that are the most popular streamers and give them keys and make sure they're playing the game. And I do not know if they are paid. Mm-hmm. Do not know what kind of contracts they have. So it's a wide net that they built seemingly out of nowhere for a small indie company, you know?
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with it. I think
there's something weird there.
It just has this very, like, we're just a little guy, you know? We're just the
plucky
little
British company.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, you make millions of dollars every year. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry for being so negative about it. It's totally a fine game, but
it's a hot flash right now. And I'm wondering how much steam it has in that flash.
Let's see here. Solon, you want to talk about Luxominia? I hope I said that right. I do.
You did. Marluxia, Final Fantasy, our favorite character in Kingdom Hearts. Luxominia.
No, wrong one.
Luxominia, yeah.
Luxominia is so this is a game that is completely different. It is an indie game made by one person. And them making this game is actually kind of a big story within the game itself, because it got extremely good press over the last week because it suddenly came out. People didn't even need to play it because the entire development of the game happened over one Twitter thread. They would just every month put out an updated like video of the game as it was being developed, and they were like, should I do it this way or this way? And then like the thread would continue with, oh, all right, I chose to make it so that this is what happens in the game. And everyone's like, ooh, oh, ah, ooh. And then the next video would come out and they'd go, ooh, ah, ooh. So Luxaminia is a puzzle piece dropping style game like Tetris and like Luxos and what are all of our other ones?
Luxo
Puyo
Flux, the
Puyo.
people that made Vigilante 8.
That's the one. It's a puzzle pieces dropping game, and they all drop into this little diamond that has a cornered bottom. So instead of a flat bottom like most even Candy Crush style games, it all kind of goes into this little funnel, and you have a block that drops of 4 pieces, and each of them are one of 4 different colors. And they kind of fall to the bottom of this thing like sand in an hourglass. And anytime you make a match of 3 in a row, they disappear. And the sand collapses. And if those collapsed sand then make their own 3 in a row, or a block of 4 matching colors, those disappear. And it just kind of cascades on itself. Very, very simple game. Very simple premise. But because of the transparency on the development, and how much the person who made it, Dave Makes, I hope I said it right, at Dave Makes on Twitter, the work that they've put in with making this so transparent also trickles down into the structures inside the game as well. So you have this cutesy little Tetris game that's, it feels a lot like Tetris Effect in a lot of ways, but the gameplay sessions are shorter. The session, it can only last about 6 or 7 minutes before things just start getting really fast. And so it's this very calming, very controlled space that you can kind of just make fun explosions happen. But the transparency comes through in other parts of the game. You can control anything about this game from the colors that the blocks are. You can just hex code. You can hex code color in your own sets of blocks and have them be whatever color you want. And you can change the music. You can design your own music for the game.
Shit.
And so you can put in whatever sounds you want the sound effects of the game to be and make your own Tetris Effect-esque effect. And so I've seen folks, I've personally made a color palette just to represent the Seattle Dragons, the old XFL team that doesn't exist anymore and is now owned by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's pretty good.
So I was just like, yeah, that color scheme is actually kind of fun. And I was like, does it work in this game? And it did. And I was like, oh, this is weird. I like this. Then someone else made it so that every single time you dropped a block, it would make the Disturbed song sounds.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, it would drop and it would just go like the, and then when you clear, it would go, oh, wah! So that's pretty good.
Ooh, wah! And it would just keep, as the cascades would happen, it would just keep making that louder and louder. Yeah, so people are like making a bunch of stuff inside of this game. And it's kind of, there's something beautiful seeing this person who's worked on this game for only a year and a half. It's a very modest production that fills your heart with warmth because you see that they've worked hard on this game and you know exactly what you're going to get when you pay for it. And then when you get that, but not only that, you also get the keys kind of to this community of people who are making just fun things out of a thing this person made. It just adds so much more beauty to the whole thing. And so I've been playing this game, Luxaminia, and I keep coming back to it because it's so easy and fast to open the game, just to click the exe that's on my desktop and just be like, I'm just going to play a game of it once. And everything explodes into beautiful colors, and it's all of this kind of like minimalist aesthetic of just 4-color palettes. that I can control and have it be whatever flavor I want. And then I just kind of keep coming back to it. It's not when I'm bored or anything. It's just I come back to it when I'm like, I want to make some fun explosions in my face happen. I want to have that Tetris effect feeling for just one quick second where I am in, even though I'm in no control, because Luxominia is kind of weird how subtle it is. I never have any control over how good or bad I am at that game. It's just I drop the blocks. Then sometimes I'll line up 3 and it'll work. And I'm like, oh, good, I lined up that 3. And then that 3 lines up 4 more chains of 3. And I go, I don't know how I did that, but I did it. It's clean in here now. The whole stack is cleared. And just there's like a peace in that moment. And so I can always load up the EXE, find a moment of zen within those like 6 or 7 minutes, and then just be like, all right, I'm done. I'll see you again tomorrow, or maybe if I don't need you this week, I'll have you next week. And so
that's nice.
It's so nice. It's soft, and I've needed that for just something that's in a small, quiet space just for me. Mm-hmm. And then if I want to, I might just download that Disturbed sound pack and make a mess out of it too, because that's fun. Mm-hmm. So that's been my little puzzle adventure. I'm glad that last year I got a good puzzle game in Puyo Puyo Champions, and a couple other good little puzzle games here and there. Mm-hmm. And this year I get Luxominia. It's just I'm glad I get to keep having these puzzle games that I come back to.
Was Superliminal this year?
Superliminal was last year and this year. How did that happen?
It was both.
That's such a
amazing
story. What happened with Superliminal coming to the Switch and finding an entire life on the Switch where people were like, wow, this game is so well crafted and like it feels so like real, but it's also something I know because I'm nostalgic for this kind of Portal-esque style that they put into it. Yeah, Superliminal popped off really big, and then they just did it at GDQ. They did a Superliminal run at Games Done Quick this week.
Ooh.
Which that's a whole other thing. I don't know if you want to talk about that, Rose, but...
Do y'all want to talk about GDQ? I have not watched any of it. I have been usually the person that bangs the drum of GDQ. I did not watch a single second this year.
Have you seen any, Solon?
I've actually caught very little.
Okay.
I thought I would catch more of it, but for some reason, without the audience, I don't feel like I can... keep up with it, because it's when I watch it now, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm watching some random person I've never met before streaming.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
which is definitely not their fault. They're making the best out of the situation.
No, they're doing their best. Like they even have a Discord call going to have like the announcer and everything. Like they're
I don't know a better way to do it, but they are doing it the exact way I know how to do it, and that might be its own kind of problem. Like, so they're doing how I would do it.
So I don't know if I'm just becoming an eviler person or something.
Ooh, yes. I'm here to support Rose's evil turn.
I just, like, every year GDQ seems to get worse. I don't know, like...
Really?
Like, they get better in some ways, but, like, the watch experience just feels worse every year. I don't know why.
I'm gonna say it this way. I like the talent, the games, the curation, and the people. Every year, I like them more and more in GDQ.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
but it doesn't feel like it has that edge anymore. Where it feels very kind of sterile.
Yeah,
where
it's been smoothed out. It's a sphere now. It used to be this like jagged, just wild thing, and now it's just like, hey, this is. And like there's some parts of that smoothing that have been good because hey, there's less chance. I mean, it's not fully removed, but there's less chance of homophobic, transphobic, or racist comments, but.
And this is a big risk they were taking this year, putting the stream in the hands of every single individual runner.
Yeah,
because anyone could have put something in their background or had someone show up. They could have had a dog, come up behind them and ruin their run, and then say a racist thing. They just go bark bark. I'm a big racist dog, and there was nothing they could like. it's a big risk, and it comes out of the curation of those things. That's where those smoothing is. You're talking about the racist GDQ dog.
Yeah, and there have been, like, last year they had, like, multiple trans runners, I know. So it was like, you know, that's nice to see. Fucking big props to them, to be quite honest. But I don't know what it is. Like, I tried watching, and, like, their interviews, when they first started doing interviews, I felt like I was surprised by how fine they were. Like,
yeah, right?
Like,
yeah.
Wow, I was like, wow, they're actually talking, like, tech. They're talking like it was clear the interviewers were either people who were experienced with the scene, who knew the questions to ask, or like people who had done their research enough to know, like, have a genuine, like, you know, naivete about it that it made, like, you know, for an interesting conversation. This year's like they're all trying to be funny. Like, every interview I've seen, they're all like the one for Ribbit King was like so bad because it was like the runner was like clearly like, you know, like, yeah, it's a wacky game or whatever, and the guy was just like, oh, I thought it was Rabbit King, ha 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 ha, and it's just like,
ew,
painful. Like, it's just painful. And donation comments keep getting worse. The donation comments have always been the worst, but they just keep getting worse.
They're really
they
bad.
all start trying to write songs now.
Oh my
This is
God.
my new hell. Where they just like keeps like, I was watching the Doom Eternal run, and there were like 3 different poems someone tried to make. Like, it was like, and one was like, did you know Isabel the dog from Animal Crossing? She went to meet a good fellow. They wanted to fight demons and be mellow. And I was like, this is hell. This
all
is hell.
couplets.
I'm wandered into hell. Like,
Doom Eternal couplets.
it's so, the GDQ donation comments are the worst, just always, and it's just like, I feel like they're getting more bold, and I feels like this subsection of the population that is isolated away from everyone else, the people who write these comments, it's like they're still trapped in 2008 or something. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
they're
where they
on
got
the
their money from,
GameFAQs
too.
forums. Yeah. Oh, that's the way to put it. Yeah, I guess so.
It's the last place that had money.
But yeah, like, there have been good runs, don't get me wrong. Like, it is definitely interesting. They're still picking interesting games, but I don't know, there's just something about it all that feels very sterile, is a good way to put it. Yeah, it's just very like, and yeah, absolutely better it be sterile than, you know, the Nazis that they've had, or that dude who said that people could go walk in front of the cars and get hit by them or whatever.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
But, like, or the Crash Bandicoot guy, classic.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I will take cringe over problematic for sure.
Yeah,
Any day.
absolutely.
On the upside, I guess we kind of front loaded GDQ talk with the worst part, which it is very sterile and kind of weird. But there's been some cool stuff that I've really enjoyed. I think the crux of what I've seen, like what you're talking about to what I've seen now, is the one run that I did get to see almost all of was the Ocarina of Time run, which is a run, like, Ocarina of Time is a very constantly hosted game on GDQ. And there should always be room for some kind of Ocarina of Time run.
Yeah.
This was a very strange run that I could not for 3 hours straight, I couldn't wrap my head around what was going on, because it was a 2-player co-op race, randomized. And
wow.
I'm watching them, like, moving through dungeons, and I'm like, yeah, I recognize this dungeon, and they're just all scrambling to open up chests as fast as they can to get items to figure out how to lay out this run. And I'm like, I don't have any scope of the progression of this. I don't know if we're winning. I don't know if we're doing well, and I've got the whole thing on mute because I'm at work right now. And so, I'm just, like, watching this, and I'm like, I don't really know what's going on or what our goal is here. And I am lost in the weeds, and I don't think that even if I was listening to the audio, if I would have a better clue. Because it was just stuff happening for 2 hours, and I'm like, what?
I think the experience I had similar to that was, I think it was AGDQ, where there was someone who was just playing the Link to the Past Super Metroid randomizer, where you just go through a fucking door in Link to the Past, and then it's Super Metroid, and you have to play Super Metroid and do something, and then you go through a door in Super Metroid, it might just switch back to Link to the Past,
That's pretty
and you have
good.
to do something there. It was insane to watch, though. Seeing this person, like, flawlessly do both of them, like, it was like, oh my god. And that's the cool stuff, right? I feel like they've gotten better at that, at least.
Yep.
Like, showcasing that stuff. I'm glad I haven't seen the bastard Tazbot recently, because that little guy is
He
not
can
good.
take a rest.
Yeah, he can take a rest, all right. That's a good way to put it.
Those guys work hard on that thing, and I
They
get
do
it,
work hard, but I don't want to
also-
see it.
Uh-huh.
It shouldn't
I
be
need a
there
break
every
from
single
it.
time. They needed to give it a break.
They should never have let that one time where they let the Tazbot be controlled by the Twitch chat. That was the worst decision I had ever seen them make. Ever.
All right. Should we rush through the fucked up news? Because most of the news this week was just a lot of bad stuff, and I mean it's important that we talk about it, but I don't want us to dwell on it too much. So should we go through this? Okay.
One thing before that.
Okay.
John, what have you been playing, my friend?
Have
Have you been playing any good games?
I have been playing some games. Sure. I'll talk about that, I guess, first.
I feel like you deserve a moment. The host deserves some time to talk about some good video games they like.
I mean, all right. I've been playing a lot more Origami King.
Oh, yeah. Have you gone through
I love
a good
that
chunk
game.
of it?
I love that game a lot.
Really? Because
Yeah,
I remember the
I'm
first
glad.
time you talked about it, you were kind of skeptical.
I was, but it's proven itself. It's proven itself very well. I might be my favorite game this year so far. Straight up, I'm thinking about it. Like there's a couple of parts about it that are a little frustrating. I do think that it should explain boss mechanics a bit better. Because I've had to there's a lot of trial and error in the boss fights that is quite frustrating. But once you get the hang of it, you really get the hang of it. It straight up has the best soundtrack this year. I will hear no arguments otherwise. That game's music is sensational. Yeah. I'll just find myself humming music from that game throughout the day. Usually the Elemental song. It's very, very good.
A couple weeks ago, Lena Rain made a tweet that was like, "Hey, check this out!" And they go to the part of the city of Paper Mario where it's in 4/4 time signature, and you got this jaunty little beat going, dun, 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 and then you go to the dock, and it suddenly goes into a 3/4 shanty version of the same song.
Yeah,
Unreal.
That game does some really neat stuff with leitmotifs and reusing songs, because you'll whenever you get into a normal fight or as you progress around the world, it's the same standard RPG standard fight song. It's a very good song, but they remix it slightly for each area that you go to. So yeah, if you're on the sea and you get in a fight, it's a more nautical version of the song. If you're in the desert, it's a quote unquote Egyptian version. There's there's a Japanese theme park that you go to and it plays the quote unquote Japanese version of the song. They have all these different unique variations of the songs that match where you're going, and they remix those songs to match where you are, and it's just so good.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
The whole game has just flawless music from head to toe. It's very funny. I'm laughing very consistently throughout the game. It's got such a good heart. I get why people are frustrated about it, about how it's not an actual RPG, but I hope
You got something better.
I hope people get.
There's so much novel stuff in that game.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily better, but I think it's on par. It's if you can get past it, if you can get past it not being an RPG, And you can also get past it not having a bite, because, you know, like Thousand Year Door, characters are like shitheads to each other. Nobody's really a shithead in this game. I mean, here and there, there's a little bit of that. And also, if you can get past most of the characters being toads. Like,
there's a lot of toads.
Yeah, that is the one, like, complete downside that I absolutely dislike, is that everyone is a toad. Like, the fact that there are so many toads in this game, like, they are so married to the fact that everyone has to be a toad. They have introduced 2 new characters in this game that are basically called Captain Toad, that are not the Captain Toad that we already know.
Oh,
like there's a Captain Toad that is a boat captain that drives around the boat that you ride on at a certain point in the game, and then
they'd be a captain.
And then there is Captain T-Ode, who is, I guess, like a Space Pirate Harlock parody. And he has a submarine that you also fly around or ride around in. And they exist at the same time. Like, you ride around on the boat with Captain Toad and Captain T-Ode. And again, neither of these characters are Captain Toad, like from Treasure Tracker. So they really should just not have them all be toads. They really should not do that. It's really stupid. Like, it takes a lot of the, like, special elements from characters. Like, you know, they'll introduce a character and it'll just be like, yeah, it's just a toad. It's a different colored toad. Like, who gives a shit? Like, there are characters that are different, you know, like you see Bowser and, you know, Kamek in there, Bowser Jr.'s in there. There's a really great Bob-omb character that you're around a good while, that's actually, like, legitimately emotionally moving. I don't want to spoil it, but, you know, if you play this game and you just think about old Bobby, you know what I'm talking about.
Did you just thump your heart?
I did.
Like, I heard that.
I did. Because, again,
hit you right there.
You'll know. It's a great game. I just, like I said, I just think if they want to keep going with this gameplay, with making the gameplay simpler, with all that stuff, I would not have a problem with it. It would be a great, I just wish they would stop using just toads. Like, I don't even mind if you're going around finding toads, because that's actually really fun. I like the whole concept of going around and rescuing the toads. Like, you're exploring the area, you're finding them in, like, different crevices, you're doing little puzzles to summon them, to bring them out. You know, that's cute. But I just think that the, like, townsfolk and all that should be something that is not just toads.
That makes sense.
I'm just happy to hear that it's not Sticker Star, which is one of the worst games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm happy that they took a big risk with their Paper Mario to make a completely different style of game that I don't think I've really ever seen before, and that it landed.
Yeah.
Also, you deserve a good Paper Mario. Most importantly, John.
Yeah.
You've had it's been tough in the Paper Mario scene, and you absolutely deserve a good Paper Mario.
I mean, I'm not, like, the big Paper Mario fan. I like them, but
I know you like them, and I think that's you're exactly the kind of person you deserve that.
Okay.
Oh wait, I just realized the Bob-omb is gonna. Oh, Bob-ombs only do one thing.
Shh.
Yeah, and then
the Paper Mario writers only do one thing.
Toad.
What I was gonna say.
Bob-omb turns into Toad. It's tragic.
Yeah, damn. That's how it goes. I did also buy a bunch of games from GameStop. They had a Pro Day sale, which, if you recall, I was forcefully made a GameStop Pro member, so I decided, fuck it, I'll take advantage of that. And so I got Death Stranding. That was $20. That was my.
You were forcefully made a GameStop Pro.
Oh yeah, you didn't know about that?
Yeah,
no, I did. I was there for it. It's still just so funny. And so that you got Death Stranding for $20.
Yeah, fuck it, you know.
Against my will, GameStop pulled out a gun and said, "You're gonna be a Pro member."
Pretty much, yeah. But so yeah, I was like, $20 was my, like, okay, I'll finally pick this up price for that game. So I did that. I also spent $20 on that Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Evolution game on Switch, which is a pretty good price for that, I think, especially because it was brand new and it came with the cards, which those cards aren't really worth the money anymore because they all got reprinted.
I'm glad that those games still come with cards, though. That's cool.
They do 3 cards, and they all suck, except for one. Actually,
nice.
Actually, Microcode is pretty good, but the other 2 suck ass.
Sure, they always have.
Yeah, and there's been pretty good ones in the past. I won't dive into that though. I don't want to.
Sure.
And then I also got Sakura Wars, which I mostly picked that up because I wanted to get that game anyway, but I was just like, I'll get that now because I just really want to get that game now before it gets very expensive because I bet that game's going to be out of print real soon. So I hopped on that. I got the launch edition though, so maybe it won't actually be out of print too soon. I got all the stickers and shit. That's great.
I don't believe that they will do another pressing of that game, if I'm going to be real with you.
All right, well then there you go. I got it. There you go. So yeah, that was not too expensive there. So hey.
How's new Yu-Gi-Oh treating you? How's Link Evo?
Yeah, that is the only one that I've actually played so far, because I just haven't felt like setting up the rest of it.
I'm really interested, because the last thing I heard from the Yu-Gi-Oh games scene is that they were trying to do stuff like Magic the Gathering's game scenes where it's all online.
They have
or like
not
Pokemon and trading card online kind of stuff.
So they have not been doing that, and that is kind of the problem. So I guess I could go in on this, if you'll allow me. So Yu-Gi-Oh does not have an official online program. Like, Magic the Gathering has Magic the Gathering Arena, and they also actually have Magic the Gathering Online, which is a separate thing, which, like, Arena is more like a mobile game, and Online is more like an actual, like, just straight up use this program to play Magic. And
there's a simulation aspect to the online game, then the Arena version of it is for the meta, for the now. Like, this is the current sets that are running.
Right. And
these are the different ways you can play with those current sets.
And the Pokemon one is basically the same thing, just it's kind of just like Arena where it's an online version, all that stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh does not have any of that. Yu-Gi-Oh has multiple unofficial ones. There's EDO Pro, there's Dueling Book, there's a bunch of different things. EDO Pro is for more casual focused things because it does a lot of the like effects and all that automatically.
Cool.
Dueling Book is pretty much like for competitive players or for people who want to like be sure that everything is manual, because everything is manual. Like, if you activate an effect, you have to like click, I am activating this effect, and then it doesn't just like do the effect. It's like if the effect is search for a card, you have to like type in I am using this effect to your opponent. Your opponent has to say okay, and then you have to click on your deck and then click search through deck, and then you have to look through your list of cards and then click on add to hand. Like, you have to do everything manually. And like, if you're practicing to do it in real life, that does keep you sharp, because if you're doing this whole big combo, you might, if you're doing it on an automatic thing, you might screw up if you're doing it in real life. But if you're doing it all manually, it becomes ingrained into you, it becomes second nature. So that does make sense why some people would want to do that. But if you don't care, just use EDO Pro. It's the same thing, but you don't have to think about it. But the closest thing to an official version of this thing is the game Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, which they released the original version of that in 2016 or something like that. Like, I remember Michael and I playing that online on PS4. But they released a new version on Switch, and there's even I think they ported it to PS4 and Xbox and PC as well. And it's pretty much up to date. I looked over the cards that they have been adding to the game. They had a big update a few months ago. They haven't said anything about updating it again because they are a little bit behind. They're only a couple of sets behind though. I saw the list and I was like, damn, they're really up to that. They have stuff that was released maybe 3 months ago, maybe 4. It hasn't been that long, so maybe they will do another update in a month or so just to be like, hey, we're all caught up. But I just I'm on my way to making my real life deck. The only thing that I would say is the hassle is that you have to open packs in the game. You play online or you play the single player campaign, which single player campaign, if you're a big fan of the anime, it's kind of nice because you actually get to just play through the whole anime.
Oh, good. That was kind of what I was hoping it would be like.
Yeah, so I mean, you play like every single duel from each season. Yeah, like, and you can play as the hero, and then once you play through as the hero, you can actually press a button to swap to the other person. So if the duel is Yugi versus Kaiba, you play the Yugi version, and then after you win that one, you can play with Kaiba's deck. Or if you really want, you can use your own deck. So that's actually what I did, is I went ahead and just made my own Gravekeeper deck because that was really easy to make. And so you can just run in there with cards that absolutely did not exist back then. And sometimes it's easier, and sometimes it's not easier because, you know, they're using shit like Pot of Greed and Harpy's Feather Duster and all that stuff that's banned. And, you know, I mean, you can use that, but I just haven't really thought about it. I guess I should probably just cheat. I should fucking cheat. Who cares? I'm going to use all those banned cards. Fuck it. If they can use them, I'll use them. But yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting to play, and it just sucks that it's like usually $40. You know, it was $20 there, but like, you know, like they don't have a free online thing like Magic and Pokemon do. And I mean, you know, Magic and Pokemon, you have to pay money to get those cards, but you know, it's just, there's no official alternative at all for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the way that they are handling quarantine Yu-Gi-Oh! Is they are doing something that they're calling remote duels, which is straight up just, hey, get a webcam arm, aim it down on your computer desk, and just play with people that way. Just that is how they're doing official tournaments right now. And
that sucks.
It sucks. I did it one time, and it was a fucking fiasco, and I will never do it again because it's very stupid. So I'd say just, you know, I don't fucking know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very weird right now, but I'm having an okay time with Link Evolution, you know, just going around with my Xyz monsters and Link monsters, going up against fucking Weevil Underwood with his, like, perfectly ultimate great moth that he can't even summon because I keep just fucking him over. That's pretty fun.
Good.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about Link Evo, is that's the kind of game that I would want to play, just as a casual player who doesn't want to dive too deep into Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta or anything. And so I don't really get much from the, you know, Magic or Pokemon Online stuff, because I don't really want to dig deep into the meta and have to learn a whole game. But I do want to sit down and just kind of like look at fun cards and, you know, play into some nostalgia.
Right.
And so Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Evo's got me for that, but it's wild that they don't have any online infrastructure to help people actually play these games and learn how to play them online at a competitive level.
Exactly, yeah. It's very strange. I mean, I feel like the Pokemon game is the best version of that, because it is it's very easy to get cards in that game just playing online, and B, when you buy the physical cards, you get a code that gives you a pack in the game, too. Nobody else does that. Magic doesn't do that. The most they'll do is if you buy, like, a big box or something, it'll be like, oh yeah, this comes with, like, special art sleeves. You can unlock those sleeves in Magic Arena, or, you know, if there's, like, a special art for one of the cards, you can unlock that art, but only if you previously got the card. You know, like, they don't have that. But, like, in Pokemon, you get a booster pack in real life, you get a booster pack in the game, too. Like, you can, if you collect, like, if you buy just packs of Pokemon cards and you don't want to use those codes, you can just sell those on eBay. People will pay for those because they are worth something. And like that's just a really smart synergy that makes it so you can connect your love of that game to wherever you are. You know, like you can keep playing that game when you're online and in real life, and it will cost you just as much as you would just buying the physical cards. You know, it's just, I think it's very dumb that nobody else does that. Like, Magic would Magic, it would help Magic a lot, I feel like. But
God, it would.
Magic is having so many of its own problems. Like, I'm not an authority to talk about that. But just, I watch the Tolarian Community College YouTube channel just because, like, I like the professor. I like that guy a lot. So,
yep.
Just hearing him talk about how fucking horrible, like, all the reprints, they're, like, how expensive all that is, how, they're just charging so much for, like, lands with special art, especially when it sounds like they keep using art from, like, someone who was recently outed as an abuser, and they haven't, like, cycled his art out yet. Like, come on. It sounds like a real mess to be a Magic fan right now, and I feel for them a lot. And then I guess the only other thing that I played, I guess I could talk about real quick, is I played that new Battletoads game.
There's a new Battletoads game?
There's a new one.
God,
right.
Before you get started,
Please.
They have a promoted tweet going around
Mm-hmm.
where they have an animated Major Nelson, who I figure most people don't even know who that is nowadays,
No.
right? Like, there's no way. They have him talk to them and ask them why the game's good. And
Major Nelson, like the Microsoft guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Herb.
Huh.
And he just looks evil. He looks evil.
Because he is.
Animated with the Battletoads. And I also saw that the Xbox Twitter basically admitted that the game was bad to people, which I think is pretty funny.
You'll have to link me that tweet because it's...
Yeah, I'll find it.
Okay, because I don't know why the fuck anyone made this game. It's 100% one of those games where they're continuously like, we're back. It's been... I remember it's 26 years because they say it over and over and over and over again that it's been 26 years since the last Battletoads game. And oh my god, it's so crazy that they made a new Battletoads game. When you start that game up, one of the first things you hear is the pause music, because you remember from the NES the pause music. And there's nothing to it. Like, the gameplay isn't, like, offensive or anything, it's not like, oh my god, this plays like dog shit, but it's so middle of the road. There's nothing to it that's any interest, like, it's not fun. Yeah, okay, so you're showing me this tweet, and I think that they're trying to say that the turbo bike sections are difficult, but it does sound like they're trying to say...
The person said that they weren't good, and then they responded, yeah, they can get a little rough, I guess.
Okay, because, I mean, it's just boring. It's just boring. It is the most, like, 3 out of 5, like, 2.5 out of 5, I guess I would say. Like, it just... There's no reason for it to exist. It's not something that, like, quote-unquote Battletoads fans would want, because it's not like it's punishingly difficult or anything like that. The comedy is just really childish, like, like it's just them being like, oh man, we're the weird toads, and it's been 26 years, and, here's Rash in a diaper that's filled with shit because he's going crazy and trying to figure out where the Dark Queen is. And
what?
Yeah, there's a part where, like, he's like, he's doing like the Charlie Day fucking thing, but he's like, I've been wearing this diaper for 3 days trying to figure out where the Dark Queen is and all that shit. And
okay,
yeah, they point out multiple times that it is completely filled with his excrement. Comedy. So it's nothing. It's the most nothing game. There is no reason for it to exist whatsoever. Like, it's such a... There's some side-scrolling beat-em-up sections, which, you think about the side-scrolling beat-em-ups that have come out recently that, like, people are so into, like, River City Girls and Streets of Rage 4, like, people love those games. And those games are just, like, there's so much more to those games, like, River City Girls is, like, the sprawling adventure with, like, RPG elements and, all these different things that you get to try and do, and it's got, like, such great personality. And then, Streets of Rage has, like, a ton of characters and such a deep, intricate combo system that, like, the super nerds get really into, and God bless them for it. And then Battletoads comes out and it's just like, yeah, it's a side-scrolling brawler with absolutely nothing to it. Like, they don't even have fucking weapons. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing.
You think they leaned a little hard on the cynicism, too, of it all?
Yeah, because they have to keep reminding you, it's been 26 years. Isn't it crazy? The Battletoads are back. Wow, who'da thunk? Yeah, they shouldn't be back. At least not like this, you know? Like, I mean, you know, like, there's a universe where there could be another good Battletoads game. It could be this universe, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, like, Battletoads and Battlemaniacs is a pretty okay game. The arcade game is pretty good, you know? Like, there's some pretty okay Battletoads games. The NES one was, like, interesting. It's not horrible. It's too hard. But I get where they're coming from. But they haven't evolved at all. They straight up just went, we need to make we need to make a Battletoads period game in 2020. They didn't make it a 2020 game. They just thought, okay, we'll make Battletoads Arcade and then have the turbo bikes because everyone remembers the turbo bikes. But they remember the turbo bikes because they were hard as shit. They're not even hard in this game. They're just weird. It's not even side-scrolling. You're going forward. It's not even like the old turbo bikes. They can't even get nostalgia right.
Sounds like someone's trying to hold on to their license.
I mean, it's just Rare, you know? It's just like, they don't need to worry about the license because Microsoft owns Rare, so they own the license. They licensed it out to some other studio, though. It's not even like Rare made it, because Rare's, you know, doing upkeep on Sea of Thieves, and they're making that new game. I don't even remember the name of it. Like, you know, I don't think Rare really worked on this. This was just some other studio. I think it's called, like, D-La-La-La-La or some shit, I think it was called, but there's no reason for this to exist. It's just like they should have just kept the Battletoads as like cute little cameos. Like, I thought it was cool that like you fought the Battletoads in Shovel Knight in the Xbox version, and like Rash as a character in Killer Instinct was really cool. But you know, I just think 2020 is not the time for the Battletoads, or at the very least not like this. Like, just being we're back, isn't that crazy? Like, who fucking cares, you know? Like, do something else with that. Do something else with it.
Especially when you're the Battletoads. The Battletoads can do anything. You can do anything with them.
Battletoads RPG.
Yeah, okay. That sounds cool.
It's like real, but it's like fucking sad. Like, it's all about like really intense politics and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like the Mario and Luigi series?
No, like hardcore, like...
Oh, even like, more sad.
Zitz,
I'm trying to think of what a...
Zitz having to, like, wrestle with the choice between killing the Dark Queen or letting her continue to live, because she may continue to spread carnage, but blood will be on his hands.
It's like a Tales of Berseria thing, where it's like, wow, damn.
Yeah,
one of the frogs dies at the beginning.
Yeah, Pimple,
fucking gone.
Yeah, no, Pimple sees Rash get killed, and like for the rest of the game, he's just carrying like his broken sunglasses. And then later on in the game, they see another green toad that looks like him, and they give him the glasses.
They put the sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's been 26 years since the event.
Yeah, since we lost Rash, which, you know.
That's better, you know what? You're selling me, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
this sucks. What are you talking about?
That's why it's good, though.
Yeah, it sucks in a good way. And also, I will say, I did not know that Zitz was supposed to be the leader, but, like, I guess Zitz is, like, the Donatello, because he's, like, kind of more nerdy.
I didn't even know they had a leader.
Yeah, I thought Rash was the leader, because he was, like, the one with the sunglasses. He was always, like, all cool and attitude, you know. I thought he was the leader, but no, it's Zitz. He's the leader, because he's, like, Donatello. He's kind of got, like, a tech thing going on. Like,
I didn't know there was more than two of them. I thought there was just the two of them.
I thought there were three.
There are three. It's just there were only two playable in the first game, because I think Pimple gets kidnapped. It's Rash and Zitz in the first one, and then because Rash is the one with the sunglasses, Zitz is the like more like bluish one, and Pimple's the brown one.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, in this game, like Zitz is like the fast one, Rash is like all around, and Pimple's like the big like burly one. Like basically your guy Cody and Hagar. That's pretty much what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no reason for it to exist. I mean, I might play more of it because it's free on Xbox Game Pass, the best deal in gaming. So, it's
true.
If you have Game Pass, it's worth a look, I guess, if you just want to check it out. Because I don't know. I mean, humor's subjective. You might find some of the jokes made me go like, like there might be some funny bits, but again, they're just leaning so hard on the. Oh my God, it's been so long since we've been around. Isn't that crazy? It's been 1,000,000 years since you've seen the Battletoads. Holy shit, we're back. And it's just like, alright, who cares?
Speaking of games that haven't come out in a long time that we're really nostalgic for, I mean, Call of Duty's coming out now, right?
That is true.
There's new news?
Yeah, they're announcing the new Call of Duty, fucking Black Ops Cold War.
Ops Cold War. Great.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
That's what we need right now.
Oh, that's not what I need right now.
So,
listen.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says that, rightfully so, that Call of Duty is just military propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most barefaced they've ever been.
Yes.
This is like, there's no way. Like, unless Body Kotick got really scared and he's the one who told them to do it, but...
Cold War fantasizing is such a funny thing, because it's, like, anytime Americans want to talk about the Cold War, there's always this veneer of like, yeah, we would have won, though. And it's like, what are you fucking talking about? You were pissing your pants crying. It was a scary time for everyone. That's why it was a Cold War. And like, there's the comeback is like, yeah, I mean, we would have won though. If it all came down, I think we would have taken the Russians in that one. It's like, this is a war. This isn't a sport. Why are you brain poisoned? Mm-hmm. Not about that.
It's not good.
Anyway, that's just a little game coming out that
I'm curious how well it will do. I'm going to be real with you.
Really?
I'm curious how well it will do because Warzone is so big right now.
It's huge.
More people are playing Warzone than they are playing actual whatever Modern Warfare, right? Like, that's what I've been under the impression that is the case. And I have to wonder, like, unless they're like, oh, hey, you can only keep playing Warzone if you buy the new one, which I doubt they would do that. But, like, I have to wonder what they'll do, right? Because, like, what's the selling point, right? Like, what's the selling point to people? Like, what are you getting out of the new Call of Duty? The campaign? No one fucking plays Call of Duty for the campaign. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. They'd have to do something. They'd have to really do something, I think, to get people away from Warzone.
So they're just going to say Wolverines. Free. And everyone's going to be like, "Oh yeah, that's the Cold War thing."
So I was thinking, like, oh man, like so many kids after they play this game are just going to be like really blindly like yelling about fucking anti-communist rhetoric after this game, and the trailer that they released just absolutely proves that. Because in the new trailer, they use like footage and like a speech from an ex-KGB guy named Yuri Bezmenov, who defected to the U.S. during the Cold War. And if you look this dude up, he is basically just a massive anti-feminist, massive anti-socialist, just... No wonder he went to the fucking U.S. during the Cold War, because the dude was just against anything positive that the USSR was trying to do. Like, I'm not gonna throw my hat into the ring to argue over the full moral compass of the USSR at the time, that I am not in the know enough to really fully talk about that, but I can at the very least say that dude was against any of the positive stuff that can be like completely inarguable that the USSR was trying to do. And, you know, they're positioning him as a good guy on the side of the Americans. And
Hey,
that's
I'm just saying, dude was a clout chaser. He was switching sides for the clout. And
yeah,
Times never change, do they?
they really don't. They really don't.
yeah, fuck that. That's so dumb.
I
What
mean,
are they?
they keep doing shit, okay? Like,
Yeah.
there's multiple times, like, they're still being sued by that Black Ops dude, right? Or, like,
Right.
what country was it? It was a South American country, right? Or was it African? Was it African? I don't remember. It was like Black Ops 2 or something, right?
That's, yeah, from a while
Where
back.
they just, like, completely framed a real dude who was, like, not evil as, like, completely evil or something like that. I mean, we just got hot off of Modern Warfare where they literally, like, were like, the Russians have made the highway of death, and it was like, yeah, nice one, guys. Great. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
They won't stop.
they won't.
I mean, really, we've when they get into hot water, it always ends up in their favor. So why would they not stop aiming for hot water and try to make the water hotter and hotter? Because there is no penalty, you know.
No,
There's none. Yeah.
They could come out and say the wildest stuff, and they would only get rewarded for it, and that's
and people just be like,
hardest
you can just
part.
ignore that and play the guns. You just play the gun game. It's fine. You don't have to listen to that stuff.
There's no politics in Call of Duty, of course.
Yeah, you can just ignore it. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's such a scam of just top to bottom.
yeah,
But I mean, that's kind of also part of why we just keep looking at Halo so much.
Yeah.
Because there is some kind of weird hope there that we can play a shooter together that isn't Overwatch, Call of Duty, you know, something that's just gonna make us go, ugh. Fortnite even.
No, like the Master Chief Collection has really reinvigorated. So, like, obviously, you know, just disconnected by time from Halo. Like, until I played the PC port, I was like, you know, maybe Halo's not as good as I thought it was, you know, right? Like, it'd been like 8 years since I played it or whatever. I'm like, you know, maybe I just, like, Halo 4 was probably bad, but, you know, maybe I just overblew it. And then, like, I played it, I'm like, no, it's fucking good. I don't know, like, it's still good as hell. Like, it's good in a way that none of the recent shooters that have come out are good. Like, yeah, I don't know, everything's just so...
Yeah, sum it up in one word.
Libertarian? Fascist? I don't know. Fascist, I think, is the word I want to use here. Like, The Division?
yeah.
Like all the Tom Clancy stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, you can enjoy that stuff. Nothing wrong with it. It's not actually. It's just like that aesthetic that it's working off of is so. Ugh.
Did you say fascist and pedestrian?
Pedestrian? No, I don't know what did I say. What was I
Before fascist.
Before I said fascist, I said
Because that really summed up how I was feeling too. It was just like, it's just
I kind of
boring.
guess. I don't know what I said, but yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you have like the shooter as army propaganda fascism aesthetic, which is what all of those are at once, it just comes off as it's just boring. It's so boring.
Yeah.
It's so pedestrian because it's supposed to be a reflection of real life. And they're trying to simulate something that they want to be real. That's why it is propaganda. And that is why we are not immune to it, is because it's supposed to look pedestrian. It's supposed to look normal that we go to war. So, yeah, it's just so frustrating how we're stuck in that cycle still. And then Halo could still shake us out of it because it's still so pedestrian. That was what shook us up when Halo first came out, was like, sci-fi shooter, yes!
Yeah, like these big sweeping maps with vehicles and stuff like that. Like, you know,
You could ride a ghost?
Yeah, like it was like,
It goes side to side?
Yeah, and then like they kept going crazy with, like, you know, like the Halo 3 multiplayer still, like, it's not in the Master Chief Collection, by the way, which really drives me up the wall. The whole, like, you veto system. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's not in the Master Chief Collection for some reason. It's just random matchmaking. We need to go back. That was great matchmaking. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all these battle royales. I'm sick of all these, like... Okay, so the one that I will give a break to is Siege, because they're just so novel about everything, but, like, even that, the whole pastiche it's operating off of is so...
Shooter's got us in big crank mood.
Yeah. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there any other news that happened this week? Games-wise? Get it all out.
Yeah, let's just get it all. I mean, yeah, this is pretty much all we have to do other than questions. So
yeah, is there any else coming up this week that we got to look out for?
I don't know, but I mean, for now, it's mostly
Can't think of anything either.
For now, it's just like, hey, the Vampire the Masquerade director and writer were removed. Rose, do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah,
What?
So, like, we don't actually know why this happened. So this is for the second one, Vampire Masquerade 2, not like the spin-off that's coming out soon, or the sequel, the big one. They removed them. They did not leave the company. They removed them, which is, that could go either way, right? Like, that could be either the company is just fucked, or those people were really twisted. And I would go, the more those older Obsidian people and, people from, what was it, Black Rock Isle? Is that who they were before? What was Obsidian before they were Obsidian?
Black Rock Studio? I mean, I don't know if that was Obsidian, but, that is one of the studios.
Whatever they were before, I don't remember what the fuck they were. But either way, those, like, more and more people from that studio have revealed themselves to be people, like Chris Avallone, for example.
Right.
And it's just like, I would not be surprised if it was something like that. It really just this makes it seem like Vampire the Masquerade is a cursed property that should not be allowed to, like, do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that first game is such a disaster because of everything that happened. And I'm worried for this one now. I mean, like, this is the creative director, I think, and the lead writer, I believe. I don't think it was the director. I think it was the creative director.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's still not good. That's never a good sign, because...
It's so wild and upsetting, and like, you want the game to be good, you don't want a game to be bad, but that's just such a mess.
Like, that game was supposed to come out in like 3 months.
No,
originally, like, they delayed it obviously because of the world, but like, it still theoretically was supposed to come out in 3 months, and like, that happened. It's
Oh, that reminds me of there was good news this week.
Yes.
At least with games being released in 2020.
Oh, yeah?
The Nintendo put out their indies showcase.
Oh, that's right. They did do that.
That popped off really well.
Mm-hmm.
People saw a bunch of games that were really exciting, and especially including the geese. They're adding another Goose to the Goose game.
They are, yeah.
There's two of them now.
There's two of them now. My game, Hypnospace Outlaws, coming to... Not my game,
right,
but
yeah.
Hypnospace Outlaws coming, and they're going to add a bunch of new content for the Switch. And then they said Spiritfarer, the cute game where you, like, get to touch into people's emotions and talk to fun fox spirits and, like, get into a big world that looks all fluffy and soft. Me and Elvie were kind of talking about it at one point a while back. And it's because it's by the people who did Jotun, the big Viking epic game, and a bunch of other games. That they just said, "Oh, it's out now."
Sure.
It just came out. It's out now, and I'm like, what? Yep, it's on Switch now, and it's out now.
They did that for a lot of games.
Was there any other ones? I'm trying to remember what else happened there, because it was just like back to back, just like really cool news that came out of nowhere for me.
It was a lot of stuff. I can't keep up with all that.
Yeah, I know I'm missing a bunch. But it was cool. It was really cool to just have like a Nintendo event that felt like it was, really well put together, but also was for us, for the Western audience, especially. I don't know how that translates going east, but or if they even see anything like this. But it was just like, hey, I know these games. They're fun. I get to see more of it now on Switch. Cool. And then to find out, like, after that presentation, Sony and Xbox were like, also, they're on our stuff too. And I'm like, so? You didn't have a cool presentation. You didn't show up to play today, so... Yeah, this is on Xbox Game Pass also. So? Okay. What does that mean to me? I'm going to go buy it. I've already bought it 3 times now on Switch.
I can't carry that around on my Switch.
Yeah. It was really weird just seeing like a company who, really cares about these games, putting their money where their mouth is in this way that actually ends up hitting off big, because oftentimes we get something like this and people just don't pay attention and don't know. It just comes and goes. There's been a ton of these announcements this last 3 months or so, but yeah, it was really fun seeing games getting announced and coming out and having it all be like, oh yeah, this game. Oh, I'm glad there's a new update for this game. Thank you, Nintendo, for, I guess, putting out that there's an update about this game that I care about. It was a fun show.
Well, then I guess we could just close it out with the last weird bad thing. So
yes, give me one more weird bad.
Rocksteady, some weird shit going on with there. Do you want to talk about this one too, Rose?
I mean, it's up to you. It's pretty straightforward. Just like an article came out from who was it that put out that article? I don't know. It was like Washington Post or something, right? I don't know. They put out an article that said, like, in 2018, like, pretty much every woman at Rocksteady wrote a big letter saying, like, please stop mistreating, like, every woman employee who works here, and they just got ignored. And a bunch of other stuff. Like, they basically, like, compiled a bunch of, it was The Guardian, that reported it. They basically were just like, hey, stop sexual harassment, the standard stuff that you love to see. And Rocksteady was just like, no, we're not doing that. We're not dealing with it. And like now they're claiming that they did because this article has come out, and that they're hiring an independent third party to come and help fix things.
Oh, that's always got a good track record of working extremely well and being effective.
Yeah. But yeah, like this is all happening like right after the Ubisoft stuff, and it does not seem like anything's happening with it.
No.
I don't even know what's been going on at Rocksteady because they haven't made anything since Arkham Knight, right?
So the thing that is they're apparently going to announce a game at the DC Fandome or whatever the hell that's happening soon. They are apparently making a Suicide Squad game called The Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, so Rocksteady is killing the hype for their game.
Yeah, like, I don't like, there's that famous video, right, from Arkham City where they swapped the animations for Catwoman and Batman.
Yeah.
And Batman's like fucking going nuts everywhere because his ass is like shaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, one of the things that was supposedly in that letter was that like a bunch of the women are basically like, hey, we should tone down all the sexualization of Harley Quinn and Catwoman and stuff, and again, they just got ignored. Yeah,
like when you fucking beat Poison Ivy in Arkham Asylum, I remember because I played this like last year or something. Like half of the shots of Poison Ivy are her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's It's not good.
Yeah.
It's and a Suicide Squad game, like, I can't imagine how good the Harley Quinn stuff will be, you know? Like, that's
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, I'm not, like, fully invested in DC stuff, but, like, you look at, like, Harley Quinn in, like, Arkham Asylum and, like, a bunch of older stuff and how she's portrayed nowadays, you know, like, she's a very different character. She's a lot more, like, of her, like, she's got a lot more, independent. She's a lot more independent. She's a lot more of a, like, she's
dynamic individual.
Yeah, she's a lot more dynamic, and it's not, you know, she's not just like oh man, I'm just gonna hang all over the Joker and be sexy. And you know, you would hope that Rocksteady would keep up with that, and you know, not just lean on she's in this like corset the whole time, and you know, leaning over to show you her frilly ass. I don't know. We will have to see. And we'll have to see how this goes, but yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, you are actually really right to point out that the toxicity behind the scenes of this game definitely came through in the games itself, too.
Yeah.
In very real ways that these workers were trying to fight against.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, this is going to be a bad look on us. And hey, guess what? Even years later, it's still a bad look, and people are still making fun of Rocksteady for just having this weirdly sexualized game and in a place where it doesn't make sense. And had they done a more sexualized presentation in places where it did make sense, you know, by consulting with a diverse crew of people who might know better about how to perform those kinds of roles, women, it might help a lot. Mm-hmm. But nope, here we are instead. They made their choices, and this is the bed they're going to lay in. So
I just, you know.
Yeah, you know.
You know, we should show, you know, I don't know. I was about to say we should show them the trolley thing, where it's like, oh, you have to fire one horrible man, or you'll lose 20 female employees over the years or whatever, and it's just like, they will always pick the man. They just always pick the man.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
The game industry really, like, I mean, all art forms, right? Like, all, like, art.
There's a lot of industry in this
places.
Same boat, yeah.
All of these, they need to learn that people are not monoliths. Like, they are not, like, masterminds all on their own, and you can fucking get rid of them and find someone else who can do their job just as well without the problems that they bring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ubisoft's about to learn that, you know?
Yeah. They just clean fucking house. They got rid of everyone.
Yeah. I legitimately think that is going to help them as a company in the long run.
I think so, too. I mean, you won't run into things like their fucking, what was it, their board that they made after Tom Clancy failed, where it was like, we have 12 people, and they're going to help, like, spearhead a diverse games movement, make sure our games are more diverse and unique, and then you look at it, and it's 12 straight white dudes.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay. Is that why the new game is just the Breaking Bad guy? Like, okay. Yeah, no, I'm optimistic there, at least. I think that good things will come from that. And maybe it will lead people to believe that elsewhere. I doubt it.
If we want change, someone's got to set a precedence, and
yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
All right, well, let's do just a few questions here, because, you know, we're running long here. So, thank you to everyone who sent in questions. If you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like these folks right here. Harlequin Wheels asks, what video game food/video game food challenge would you want to see the LA Beast try? I want to see him as a social link throwing up in the Chinese restaurant from Persona 4 after attempting the Rainy Day Mega Beef Bowl challenge. That is a really good one. I could see him doing...
Do you remember the Final Fantasy XIV food challenge?
No.
What is that one?
It was, I think it was KFC.
Oh,
where
if you
if you won the like KFC challenge, that they would give you the new Final Fantasy 14 expansion that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and they would give you the Fat Chocobo too.
And I think this was in China or something.
It was in China, yeah.
And you had to eat like an 8-piece meal.
Family meal.
Oh, you had to eat a family meal
by yourself with no one else in one sitting.
I just remember there being 4 drinks as a part of it.
Yes.
That was like, that's always the funniest part, because that is the hardest and worst part, is 4 mega soft drinks, because that's all just going to get bubbly. It's all going to make you feel full.
I'm sending in Badland Chugs to do it for me.
Yeah, Badlands could do it.
Tag in.
Badlands
drink the ocean.
Yeah. LA Beast maybe, Badlands 100%.
Yeah. My food challenge is he has to eat every time an anime woman can't cook, and then she makes like a pixelated nightmare. He has to eat that.
Make him eat the pixelated nightmare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to watch him call the ER and say, "Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die?"
I gotta go to the hospital. Gotta get my bearings straight to eat Yukiko's special food. A lot of these are Persona 4.
I mean, mine, I was thinking Xenoblade for mine. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Mithra cooks you food.
That's right. It's all fucked up.
Yeah, censored.
I want LA Beast to eat the... I did my usual glance behind my games. I want LA Beast to eat the Mondo butter from Danganronpa.
You're sick.
I know.
That's people.
He'd do it.
Yeah. He'd throw up, but he'd do it. He would not know what it was.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, Anonymous asks, what is your favorite speedrun? Do you have a favorite speedrun? Either of you?
I've got so many. I think anytime Super Monkey Ball is being run, I could just put those on, and they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Portal this week. They did Portal
fun.
early in the week, and that was so... It wasn't just it was a glitchless run of it, all done live in a marathon setting, and so it was just like 10 minutes of fury, where it was like, I actually know just enough about what is happening here to know that this is awesome. Because the glitched speedrun of Portal is like a mess. It's just like, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're in and out and in and out and in and out, and it's over. But the glitchless speedrun is beautiful.
My favorite one is really dorky. There's a Pokemon Yellow TAS on YouTube, where it's just like I think it was like a Pi Day thing, like a March 14th thing, where they just did arbitrary code installation and made the game just spit out the numbers to pi and like a bunch of other like little designs and stuff, just floating around the screen to the beat of the music that plays in Pallet Town. And the speedrun itself is like 3 minutes and 14 seconds, like it's cute that it's just like all pie. It's fun. It's cute. I like that video a lot.
Oh, you know what? Outside of GDQ, I've never seen this done in a GDQ setting or anything.
Yeah, that wasn't a GDQ one.
My favorite speedrun, since you brought up the TAS ones, is actually Trials of Mana, Seiken Densetsu 3. The TAS of that game, it uses so many different exploits that are easy to understand, but then once you realize like how the computer can manipulate you're not supposed to be able to use 3 characters at once in this way. That wasn't the reason they let you play with 3 characters at once in that game. The reason was so that you could have 3 players sitting on the couch with you playing, but this TAS uses it and manipulates it in such a way that they go through the game super quickly, and it just becomes like this weird, wild, blindingly cool just like dance almost, where you are positioning all three of the characters that are supposed to be AI controlled constantly in ways that solve puzzles and do things instantaneously. And so it'll be like a minute of setup, and then 5 seconds later, the entire dungeon is just done. And you're like, oh, that's what that was all for. And it's like, it's cool. I love that speedrun.
Rose, do you have a favorite?
I just like any of the glitchless ones. That's all I can say. I don't think I have any specific one that stands out to me. I just, like, I hate the glitch stuff. I really do.
Don't like glitches.
It's just, like...
You're cheating.
Yeah, sure. No, it's like more like, yeah, I can just fucking watch a dude like go out of bounds and fall over and complain about the RNG not being good or whatever for like 5,000 times. Or I can watch a dude just who has complete confidence in their ability to fucking do through like thorough training and effort. And like, I'm like, yeah, fucking go for it, King. You're the champ.
That was like, it was really funny and Superliminal to watch the person just like literally say, hey, I'm running this game. This is Superliminal. It's a beautiful game. I'm going to explain the mechanic, and I'm out of bounds.
I just like, I don't know, like there's so many speedruns where it's just like you like, I think the worst one I've ever seen was this Binding of Isaac one where they were like, well, I didn't get the thing that I had a 40% chance of getting that would have made the run, so I'm just going to give up now, and the run's over. And it was like, okay, cool, awesome run, like very cool. You're displaying your skill. Like I want to see people's like skill, you know, like what they've honed, what their passion for the game, not like I have a passion for showing off how cool it is that I figured out. Or I listened to someone on a Reddit tell me that if you stand by this wall, you can just walk through it at the 30th frame or whatever.
Yep. That Binding of Isaac example is a really good example.
Yeah, I just like don't get me wrong.
Potent.
There's effort put into finding those glitches, but most of the time it's not.
It's just congratulations, you know a secret. And it feels like when you were a kid and someone is like, well, you can just do this. And then they just like, tell you some kind of like cheat code. And then you're like, okay, cool. That doesn't help me at all with my problem with like the game that I'm playing. But I'm glad you know that. Aren't you Mr. Know-It-All?
Yeah. Like very much that. And then like also them doing all that and then being like, oh, maybe they should have designed the game better. I'm like, I'm going to punch you. Get out of here.
You nerd. No, they get the swirly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I feel. It's my jock thing again. God damn it.
Telling you.
All right, we can leave it off with one last question. Again,
Ooh.
videogamechoochoo.humble.com/ask. And Solon, don't try to sneak one in at the end. I know you always do that, but we have to wrap this up.
There's so many good.
I know.
You're right. We have to wrap these up. There's so many good questions this week.
Save them for next week.
Yep.
Anonymous asks, recent footage of Sacha Baron Cohen dressed as Borat and driving a car has emerged. Care to comment?
No.
So, Niall is not here, but not as many of you may be aware, Niall, as well as ex-Choocher and good friend Ryan, have the podcast Borat Club. Rose, you have guested on that podcast previously.
Yeah.
They watch the movie Borat not every single week, but they have watched. They are going to watch that movie 50. There's 50. How many weeks are there in the year? 52 or 53?
52.
Yep.
52. I'm gonna watch that shit 52 times. I don't know what they're gonna do after that, but they're doing that. There's a video out there of Sacha Baron Cohen as Borat driving around, being recorded. I don't know. I think people are like jumping immediately to it being like a Borat sequel. It could be, but at the same time, like we're coming up to an election, and Sacha Baron Cohen has brought out Borat in the past to do some shit for like I think it was Jimmy Kimmel or something, where he was just like going around to like red states or like places where people are voting for Trump, and he's just like showing up there and being like, I like a Trump, it's nice, and then he's just like, all weird and like spilling stuff on people's floors and all that shit like that Borat does, and like saying awful anti-Semitic things. And so it could be that, or, you know, there's also all that stuff of him, like, you know, there was that time where I think he, like, dressed up and sang a song at some kind of racist rally. And then he did that thing where he, like, dressed up as, like, an offensive trans stereotype and, like, humped Rudy Giuliani. So those things were not Borat. So my other theory is that maybe they're bringing back Ali G, or maybe he's doing some other kind of, like, comedy show that Borat could also be on. Or maybe this is all just Borat. Maybe this is...
John, it's Borat 2.
Yeah.
Sequel to Borat.
It could be Borat 2. There is a chance. And, I mean... The nightmare is, like, as soon as this stuff was announced, like, both Ryan and Niall both sounded like they wanted to die. Like, they were just, it was legitimately harrowing. So, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna have to watch Borat 2 52 times. I don't know. This.
Wait a minute. Is this what they're leading up to?
I don't know.
Does Niall have an in?
I mean...
With Sacha Baron Cohen? Are they setting up for the finale of Borat Club?
I mean, if it lines up that way, but I don't know. We'll see.
I think they've actually got them on the line, and I think they're working together.
I mean,
I think you just have to tune into Borat Club. Oh, that was poor. Oh no.
Yeah, Borat Club is a legit fun podcast. I mean, it's a little upsetting because, you know, they've been watching Borat for over half a year now, and that movie's not good. I was there when that podcast was birthed. I have not guested on the show yet, mostly because I've watched that movie once, and that is already enough, and they said that I'd have to watch it again with them to be on the show.
I've never seen Borat. I just know the memes, I guess.
It fucking sucks. I mean, from listening to I watched it once, but then listening to the podcast, like, I could tell you everything that happens in that movie, you know? Like, I could just rattle it all off, because they've seen it so much and they've explained all of it. I could rattle that whole movie off, but, you know, it's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, God.
But, you know, it's also great content, you know? It's...
I think it's fun to have a podcast about existential shared trauma. Like, we should all strive to be able to, you know, help ourselves through the world.
Isn't that just all podcasts in a way?
Isn't it?
It is, I think. I think that's what we're doing right now.
They're just being honest about it, is what it is.
Yes, they're being very honest.
Borat Club it is a club, right?
It's a
club because it's about honesty and sharing community around a specific topic.
Yeah, don't watch Borat unless it's specifically for that podcast, in which case do watch it, but rip it to shreds, because that's what it deserves.
The only safe place left to watch Borat.
Yeah, that's it.
Is in the Borat Club.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Alright, well, there you go. That was an episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Thank you, Solon and Rose. Where can we find you? Rose, go first.
On twitter.com @horngal. That's me. You can find me there.
Is there anything else you're doing?
Probably VTuber stuff.
How's the VTuber stuff going?
I haven't done much of it because I've been sick. But,
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I plan to do more eventually.
Twitch.tv/horngal?
Yep. I'll be doing Spelunky 2 when it comes out. That's a promise.
Hell yes.
That's good.
Spelunktuber.
How about you, Solon?
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You can find me, I'm Solon. I'm at SolanFace on Twitter, or twitch.tv/SolanFace. We're so deep into Final Fantasy XIV now, so if you want to come join us making a mess on the Balmung server, it is an adventure every time I go there, and I'm constantly shocked at how much happens in that small space together. It is a cultural event that just persists. Speaking of cultural events, you'll find me on the Blaseball field this Monday, because Blaseball's back. Blaseball's back on Monday in some way or another. It'll probably crash a bazillion times. But so not only has Skull and Rose gotten me into the cult of Final Fantasy XIV, but Scott did efficiently and effectively convinced me to become a team member of a band member of the Seattle Garages. And so that has been my life until they went on official siesta, which is their name for being offline. The longest siesta ever after the Grand Unslam occurred was a long time coming after 300 Blaseball games were played for 3 weeks straight. So you'll see me there in Blaseball World too.
Mm-hmm.
Go Garages, park it.
I am John. You can find me here on the Video Game Choo Choo because I don't do much else. But also at JOHN_MICHONSKI. Thank you so much. You can find Video Game Choo Choo at VGCC on Twitter. Our Tumblr is videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. We have a Facebook page, Video Game Choo Choo. We have a YouTube page, youtube.com/videogamechoochoo. We have a Twitch, twitch.tv/VGChoochoo. We have a Discord server, thegamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight there. You can hang out with us. We talk about dumbass shit every single fucking day. Non-stop. The best shit. All good. All real. All good.
It's really real.
It's real. But in a good way. And thank you to Melt Channel /Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. You can listen to all their stuff on Spotify. You can look up Melt Channel or Magic Circuit on Spotify. And you can also support them directly on Bandcamp. That's always a good idea, is to go to Bandcamp to buy their stuff legit. We have our Patreon. Patreon.com/VGCC, where you can listen to stuff early, like Chuchigatari Unlimited Train Works. We don't have one right now because, we were all over the place, but next time we record, we're going to be watching Ancient Magus Bride. That's exciting.
And the Starlight Car podcast series,
yes,
which folks would have heard it a week early, but it just dropped.
Just dropped for free.
The Food for Dogs podcast that was delightful to listen to.
Scott and I just got to sit down with the amazing Food for Dogs from YouTube. As some of you just may know her as the old lady that loves the Vita. And that is 100% what she is. She loves the Vita. And I loved talking to her. It was delightful. So you can hear that for free on Starlight Car. There's feeds for all of that stuff. So look that up on your podcatcher of choice. You got Starlight Car, you got Chuchigatari, you got our podcast. All kinds of stuff. We have plenty of content. And
if you want to see it early, that's all in the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's all a big system that's working pretty great right now.
$3.
Got some others. There's some other stuff coming down the pipe, too, that's really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, yes.
We can't talk about the interviews that we're doing yet, but,
yes.
Look, there's some cool stuff.
There is some cool stuff. Yeah, Starlight Car we're going to try to keep Starlight Car in the works. So that's exciting. But that's it. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. So long.